Okay, so chat, I do want our first tractor. We're going to do our harvest and then it's tractor time. I think I might go cheaper than the 1066. I was thinking we go 1066 early on and just push for that 150 horsepower, but I think it might be more fun to grab something like smaller and junkier, you know, 85 horsepower, 102 horsepower. That's awesome. 85 horsepower, 10 grand, and make some money that way. Actually, you know what? If we do that, we could actually pick up. How much is this one? 79 horsepower. That's pretty good. 79 horsepower. And then we just throw like a little trailer on there. Oh my God. Are we really starting with this though? Chat, can I do one harvest with this? What would we even do with it, dude? I think we need the scoops. Like that, right? Use it as a mower. To have stick exhaust? It can. Attachers 3-point. And then we could use the little equipment. 20 horsepower though? What the heck am I going to do with 20 horsepower, do you think? Okay, wait. Well, let's go look at those small tools first. And just see if we can even use those with 20 horsepower. 12, 30, 35, 15. Ah, see, there's not really much we could do with it. That's a weeder. And a cultivator. Like, that's kind of what I'd want to do. But it's 30 horsepower. It's too small for that. Do a wheelie with it. I don't think it has enough horsepower to do a wheelie. I'm going to be totally honest with you. We might have to go a little bit. As much as I love it. That's true. I could have an AI drive this one around for cultivating. And then like... Oh, see, this one's 45 horsepower though. What if we do this guy here? And we do the 45 horsepower. I hate that beacon bulb on the back. But we could do a full harvest in that thing. Because yeah, the little 20 horsepower is a little not enough. But you know what we could do is we could put a trailer on this and just use this to transport stuff to the other farm or to the sell point. That wouldn't be bad. We could do both, and that could be our transport tractors. So if let me just see if there's a trailer small enough. Oh, I probably should have looked for bin trailers. Use a mower on it. Oh my God, no way. Like, just throw this thing on there. 1,600 liters isn't very much though. Do you think it could hold like... See, that's what we would need it for. If it could do it. Get the Ford 100%. Okay, let me look at the Ford. I like the Ford. I think the Ford looks good. 85 horsepower. I might go with the 80 horsepower one. It's a little bit. Is it cheaper? Yeah, it's a little bit cheaper. Okay, chat, hear me out. Let's go with the Ford. We'll skip the baby tractor. We'll go with the Ford, and then I'll upgrade probably to like the 1066. How's that? It's still a cool little tractor. It's still the same kind of vibe. And we need some kind of fat tires on it though. Something like that. But can we do front tires? Maybe not. Oh yeah, we can. There we go. I guess the straight tires make more sense, right? Let's go with the low filter. Steering system. I do not think that matters. Oh, it's either hydraulic or manual. Oh, that's cool. I like that. I think that looks good. Front weight on there. Yeah, we probably will want a front weight. Maybe something like that. And then no rear weight. Panel protection can? Wait, what? Oh, that's kind of cool. What is this? Without hydraulic control? We don't really need the hydraulic control, do we? Maybe we'll throw it on there because it's not that cheap. External battery, of course. Front loader attacher. What? Oh, no way. That's cool. I want a front loader on there. Yeah. Change it to black, though. Rim color. Okay. For only 200 bucks? Yeah. Yeah, what do you think about that? I like it. I think this is our first tractor. Good? Chat? Happy with this? Hi, Trucker Matsy. Matsy, there was somebody on TikTok saying your map was awesome yesterday or the day before. You got a shout out over there. Hi, and thank you for the 130 stream streak. Hydraulic at back. Did I not do it? I got with hydraulic control. So we're good. No, I think we're all set. Rusty, thank you for the 40 stream streak. I recommend the high exhaust. You're right. It will be in our face, won't it? Maybe just something like that. I kind of like that fat muffler on there, though. I want something like in between. I guess that's as good as it gets. All right, that's the one. Traffic fines incoming. Traffic fines incoming, baby. All right, let's do it. 9,400 bucks. Okay, I need a trailer for this to move spinach. I'm gonna do, I think, the farm tech. And just hope that it works. I might rent it just to make sure. Just like that. Yeah, we're just gonna rent this one for now. All right, let's see if that does the trick. I gotta be careful not to drive on our crops. So, fine 10 seconds out of the driveway. No. No fines here. I will not get any traffic fines. Ooh, that trailer might be too big. This is why we rented it. I do have the hydraulic control, so maybe I'll be able to raise it up. How's it sound? Yeah, that's what we're looking for. That's what we're looking for. Okay. Okay, let's get this hooked up. I'm gonna start TikTok as well. If you're waiting for TikTok, let's get that going. The only thing I don't like about modded stuff is the textures don't look nearly as good as the vanilla stuff. It always looks so plasticky. We'll see if it wears out a little bit, but that's one thing that could look a little better. All right. All right, let's get this hooked up. I know the trailer's huge, but it's the only thing we got. We don't really have a choice here. Are you gonna pay the fine? I don't know. Genuinely, I have no idea. I might have to put the easy dev controls on. It's got a little bit of a forward tilt. But how do we, isn't there a way to, like, how do you do the hydraulic controls? Or are they just for looks? I think it'll be okay. It's down a little bit, but I think it's gonna be just fine. Okay, let's do it. Let's do it. And then I won't need a loader just yet. Okay. Oh my God, what a goofy little tractor, dude. I love this. I love this. Are you gonna pay the fine? Yeah, we can put it into multiplayer to pay the fine, maybe. That's all I can really think of. Look, I'm looking both ways. I'm looking both ways. No traffic fines for me. Never ever been a car on this land ever. Not a single time, dude. Well, we got our first tractor, about 10 grand on the first tractor. If this trailer works out once it's full, I will buy it instead. Well, look at that. Beautiful. Beautiful. Okay, so let's get this AI harvesting. Now, I think we got to do the harvest with them, right? That was the move. Let's see if we can get them set up that way again. So if we do, I'll have one guy do the headline, or maybe I'll do the headlines to start. Is that the way to do it? I start with the headlines and then I have him go. Yeah, probably. I'll do the headlines first, and then we can have him work on the inside. I think that'll be the move. I also do not like how cloudy it is. Let's see if we can get some sunlight in here. There we go. September, so sunlight's a little hard to come by. All right. So we'll get going on this. I'll get the other AI working. We'll drop all the bins, and then I'll start collecting it with the new Ford. That'll be sick. I'm so excited to finally have a tractor. Since when did TikTok do a go live notification? That's a newer thing. Also, did I ever do one on Discord? I don't think I did. Hold on. Let me do a quick notification on Discord. That's my bad. We got a tractor. All right. There, notification on Discord. My bad. I totally forgot to do it. Sparx, what's the better cable layer, the tractor or the tracked one? I hear people like the tractor if it's easier terrain, but the tracked one is still the best for hard terrain in roadcraft. But I haven't actually tried the tractor yet. That's just what people have been telling me up until this point. So try them both, see what they're like. I mean, money's pretty easy to come by at the end of the day. Thanks, Pete. I appreciate that. When I wear this hat, people don't make fun of me for having a bowl cut, so I can pull this hat off. You know what it is? It's the retro Lego space logo. I got it for free from Lego when we ordered our Land Rover Defender. We got the hat. I've been wearing it like crazy ever since. I figured it worked today because we're playing Kerbal Space Program, so it kind of works as our Kerbal Space Program hat instead. Nice bowl cut. The hat is hiding there. Okay. Can't really get away from it. Hold on. Let me ban this spammer on TikTok real quick. Where'd you get those type of hand tools from? They're from the Mod Hub. It literally is just called hand tools. So if you go and search for hand tools, you'll see them in there. They are really cool. And honestly, even for like a vehicle playthrough, this still might be the best way to harvest spinach. I'm not gonna lie. This little machine right here makes it all worth it. What is the hat mod? Oh my god, dude. Wait. No, that is what you asked. Must have went bald. No, I told you I'm shaving my head the day I go bald. I will show up to stream with a buzz cut the day I start balding. I'm dead serious. I'm shaving it that day. And I better hope that I'm actually going bald, because even if it like looks a little bit that I'm going bald, it's gone, dude. It's gone. Basin, thank you for that gifted sub over to Dinan, dude. I appreciate that. What the heck? Lego head Sparx. Lego head Sparx. I don't know if that's rude or not. I wasn't paying attention. Hold on. We drop a bin. That might be rude, but I'm not sure how to react, so let me think about that. That's what I do, bald by choice. Yeah, I'm taking it into my own hands at that point. I like that. Mr. Jake, thank you for the 7 streak, by the way. I appreciate that. Tyler, thank you for the 45 streak. I missed that earlier. Is there GPS with hand tools? There is, but I'm not allowed to use it. That's part of our hardcore rules at the moment, is I'm not allowed to use GPS on vehicles that don't reasonably have GPS. So even in our goofy little Ford, our new tractor, I'm not going to be able to use GPS. I will still have to do that one manually until we get a vehicle that actually does have GPS instead. That's what I do. Zero all over. Zero all, like fully shave your head. I respect it. I respect it. I have the same hairline as you. I'm scared to go bald. I'm not scared to go bald. I'm at peace with going bald. It happens to all of us at some point. I'm just making plans, you know. I'm prepared for it. I'm emotionally psyching myself up to have to shave it one day already. How are we talking about this 2 days in a row, by the way? We need new stuff to talk about, chat. Avoid balding for $10 a month. I started... Wait, is it sponsored? That's crazy, Neptune. Out of War? No, this is Farming Sim. This doesn't look anything like Out of War. When will you play Kinlog again? We're done. We did it. We beat Kinlog, dude. There's nothing else for us to do on that map. This is our new main save. And we'll be playing this for the foreseeable future until we're on to our next playthrough. Kinlog, we finished it. We finished it. Damn, you love spinach? I love spinach. Spinach is a money maker. This is our second harvest of the year, and we already bought our first tractor. We got 20K left over. I will probably be able to pay off the loan after this little harvest, and then I'll probably just buy new equipment for the tractor. I'll either loan it in the spring when we need it, or I will I'll sell some mushrooms and buy them that way, I guess. I get a hair transplant, but how much does it cost? We were talking about it yesterday, but somebody said it was like 10K to get a hair transplant, which seems like a lot of money, but when you think about how much goes into it, that's really not that bad. 10K and a flight to Turkey, whatever that costs, and you're all set. New farm sim mod on God of War looks good. What the hell are you talking about? Farm sim mod on God of War. I'd play it. I'd play it. I bet Kratos could push this twice as fast, to be fair. Maybe that's the right person to have on your farm. Did you get that tractor yesterday? We just bought it. We literally just bought it a couple of minutes ago. I just need to do this headland here, and then we're going to go pick up the boxes with the tractor, and then I'll have the AI and myself start on the inner rows here. We got this cool little trick to farming alongside the AI that I really like. I'll show you when we get there. And then we'll pick up the boxes again with the tractor. But yeah, we got it. Not a bad price. That's what I'm saying. How long have you been streaming? Oh, dude, you're here right at the start. On TikTok, I've been live for 8 minutes. On Twitch, I've been live for 37 minutes. So you're here right at the start of stream, dude. And we might do overtime today. If we get 60 subs on Twitch today, we will do some overtime and play a little longer than usual. And I'll let you guys decide if you want to do that on this game or another game. I'm down for whatever. Okay, so that's probably good enough. Let's use the tractor to pick those up. Mostly just so we could do it. Just so we could do the tractor. All right. Let's do it. First tractor. It's actually bigger than I thought our first tractor was going to be, but it doesn't have very much horsepower, so that's all right. Hold on, let me get rid of that spammer on TikTok today. Man, spammers got crazy TikTok's got crazy spammers today. Wait a second, you did Twitch 30 minutes more? Yep, Twitch gets to start a little earlier because they don't mind when I just sit and talk for a little bit. So we usually sit and talk for a little bit on Twitch, which TikTok doesn't like. And then we were looking through mods, and TikTok doesn't really like menus. So I started on Twitch. It's like that every day. Every day, Twitch gets an extra 30 minutes or so, sometimes up to an hour. Sometimes I'll just only stream on Twitch. It's rare, but that does happen where Twitch is just like the only place we stream for the day. We did one stream where we just sat and talked on Twitch. We like played New York Times games on stream. We just Googled stuff and talked. It was one of my favorite streams ever. I think that was my first stream back after I moved to Calgary, actually. That was fun. That was fun, dude. I gotta do that again sometime. I actually had an absolute blast with that stream. Let's get some lights on in here. Oh my god, it's got sodium lights. Oh, that's so good. That's so good. That looks so much better than the LEDs. Oh my god, I love that. Yeah, let's grab this. Why does it say the game you're playing is EA Sports WRC? Oh no, I forgot to change it. You're right. Hold on. Okay, it may or may not actually change. I did change it on TikTok, but we'll see what happens. It might just say EA Sports WRC all day, but good catch. We were playing WRC last night. And at the end of stream, I did a little overtime and we played a little bit of WRC, so I had changed all the titles instead. Oh, this is going to be so much better than walking all the way over. Oh, can I fit in there? I might actually end up wrecking some spinach, but let's be careful about this. Is that the actual Ford branded one or the Lizard one? This is the Ford branded one. These are the tractors I grew up with, not this model. We grew up with a smaller one, but these are the ones I grew up with. That classic blue and white look to it. Ours had a slightly different livery. It had like the black band on it, but oh, I crushed a little bit of spinach, but that's okay. Run over the crate. That maybe would have been the move. Oh, am I stuck over here? You know what? I could just leave the tractor here. That's totally fine. Okay, let's go work with our guy here. So the trick is to, and I think this will work with vehicles as well. Have to turn that on with the key. I think this will work with vehicles as well, but you open up the AI menu, AI worker, headlands off, start with up, down, skip lines 1, and then start them. And now they'll skip a line and you can work alongside them. So this is great if you need to, basically if you need to unload them all the time, is a really good way to do it. So what I do now, I come over here Drop that. Oh, it's already dropped actually. And there we go. We'll just follow along. Now our headlands were a little bit wide, so this row is going to be a little slim, but she should get locked in on the next row here. We'll see what happens. Why do you only have one tractor? See, I told you. I told you this would happen. I said this yesterday. I start with no tractors, and TikTok sits there and they go, why don't you have any tractors? And then I get my first tractor and they go, why do you only have one tractor? Because that's how the progression of the game works. That's how video games work, dude. You want to start this game with 91 tractors? No, you want to start with nothing. Work up to it. Have some struggles in your life, you know? I'm fine. I'm not heated about this topic at all. Any tractor yet? Yes, we got a Ford. I'll show you. I'll show you when we got to pick up these bids. You'll see. You'll see. You'll see. When you start with $0, do you use mods? What difficulty do you use? So this is actually the first time I'm really using mods, especially at the start of the game. In the last save, we didn't use any mods. And I had a great time. This one, we're using the hand tools mods. And yeah, we start with $0. We started with a small loan, I think of about 30K, 40K. That bought us our house with our land and a couple of tools. And then we just worked our way from there. We've paid off that loan. We have another loan for this field, but we're going to pay that one off probably this year. We'll see what happens. We're on a pretty good path right now. Now you have to start with millions of dollars and government subsidy size. That's right. It's too hard starting with nothing. You got to start with everything. That's right. That's right. I forgot about that. There we go. Oh, the other lady's shift ended. I got a new worker. You know what? I can drop mine there too. That works. That works. Let her do a little turnaround. We'll get all this. Then we'll just go right beside her. That little bit that she missed as well. Perfect. I like that she skips one inward too, because then she won't get stopped by these pallets. It's actually a really good system for this. What determines the length of your playthrough? So I usually set goals at the beginning of the playthrough or sometimes halfway through the playthrough. I set some end goals for my save. And then when I hit those end goals, then I know my save is over. And you can kind of guess when you're getting close to them as well, and you have a general idea. But I set some goals. Once I hit those, that's the end of my playthrough. So for example, I don't really have goals yet. This is the kind of save where we're going to find goals as we progress. I think I'd like to have a canning company with a warehouse and manage a warehouse. I think that would be really cool. But I haven't really picked any hard goals yet. On Kinlog, I wanted a successful fish company with the maxed out level of fish production, and I wanted to complete the castle. And those are kind of my two main. Oh, I want a Highland cattle as well. And once I hit all those goals, I missed one, shoot. Once I hit all those goals, my playthrough was done. And that's pretty much how I do it. Sometimes she doesn't leave us much of a row, but that's okay. This might be more thorough anyways, so that's fine. Why is it spinach is the most valuable? It's not. Spinach isn't necessarily the most valuable, but it's one of the most valuable things that we can farm at this scale. So while we're still on hand tools, it's one of the most valuable hand tool things we can farm right now. Plus, it's something that I haven't farmed before. Probably the most valuable thing we could farm is like poplar, for example. But I like farming stuff that I've never done before. I don't want to farm the same thing in every save. So when I start a new save, I base what I want to farm off of what's the most profitable in that moment. And also, what have I not farmed before? Because I don't like to farm the same thing twice. I like to try all of the different crops and learn that. Because I already know how to be profitable with soybeans. With spinach, I get to do it all again, you know? I get to do all the math, figure out what productions are going to be the best. I get to learn all the equipment. I get to learn the process for the crop. Like all of those things I get to do for the first time again. Way better to start with a crop I haven't done before. And what are the flower pots at your house in the middle of the wait? There's the thing in the middle of the Canadian flag. What does that mean? The maple leaf? Yeah, they're all over the map. Actually, I think they're just like they put them on the houses as like a signature. I think is kind of the idea. A jet flew over my house. It was very loud. Okay, I hope you survived. I hope you're okay. A trillion in the bank and the save is complete. Yeah, I don't really like to do money targets. You could, But I don't really like to do money targets in Farm Sim. I like to pick like actual operational things that I'm trying to do. Yeah, we do have a tractor. You'll see it on the other side of the field when we get over there. And then when I have to pick up all of these bins, we'll use the tractor and go take it for a sale. I think we sell this month too, right? Or do we sell next month? I might just sell this month because it'll be a good enough price. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. I'm going to try and empty these at the same time, too. We've got our pallets grouped up real nice. For next save, I'm going to do a 1,000 hour save. Oh, but like, I feel like you can't just set a target of, oh, I want to farm for 1,000 hours. I feel like you got to actually pick targets that'll take 1,000 hours to complete. I don't really know what you would do. 1,000 hours would be hard to get to without forcing yourself to not have certain progression things. So you could force yourself to stay on hand tools for like, oh, I don't know, like 100 hours of only hand tools or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know how else you'd get 1,000 hours. If I didn't take them off track too far. See what goes. He's got it. He's good. He's good. As long as he skips the line on the next one, he should be okay. Buffalo Joe, thank you for the 7 streak, dude. I appreciate that. You just bought Farms at 25? Hell yeah, Chicky Cat. Enjoy. Enjoy. I do a lot of productions and play on economic hard farm like IRL. I think that would be the best way to start. Yeah. And then maybe commit to a type of crop that is like really low value. So if you do that with soybeans and birch or whatever, poplar, not birch, poplar, like if you commit to these, oh shoot, I accidentally unloaded. I picked up the rest of this guy's pallet. Then you're gonna go pretty fast. But if you do stuff that's a little bit harder, like carrots or potatoes, you'll have to spend more time to get to the same point. And I think that's a good start for 1,000 hours at least. The furthest I made it was 400 or 500 hours on Hutton. I think that was our longest playthrough ever. And it would have been longer if we didn't do logging. The logging really speeds you up real quick. So that was short grain rice. Short grain rice might be a fun one, actually. That would be pretty good. How big of a field would you need to where it makes sense to get a harvester? Technically these two fields would pay off the value of the harvester, but just barely. So it probably wouldn't be worth it. I would say, I'm just gonna move this out of the way. Oh, okay. Good enough. Space to unload. Okay. I would say if your field makes 100K a year, that's probably worth the harvester. I mean, it really, here's the sad truth. It's always going to be better to do it by hand. It's just a matter of how much time you want to spend on it. Like farming at the end of the day is using the smallest equipment that you could tolerate. The smallest, cheapest equipment that you could tolerate is the core of farming. And in real farming, the smallest equipment that you can finish your harvest in the amount of time you need. So if you typically have 1 day, probably not, you usually have a little bit more, but let's say you have 1 day to do all of your harvest. You pick the smallest equipment where you can still do your harvest in that 1 day. If you got 5 days on average to do your harvest, you pick the smallest equipment where you could do it in 5 days, because like realistically, the bigger the equipment, even though it's faster, the more it costs and the more it costs to maintain. So it's always going to be best to do it by hand in Farming Simulator when you technically have an infinite amount of time. But I would say as long as you're not spending more than like, I don't know, 25% of your profit. It's kind of an arbitrary number though, because like you could do that. You could use a big harvester on this crop. You would just lose half your profit. I don't know. It's up to you. See, the thing is we're so close, like doing this like this. We're so close to the speed of a real harvester that I don't even know if I ever would need to do a real harvester, you know, until we get to the really big fields, just because like we're harvesting at half the speed of the big harvester and it costs us 200 bucks, you know? I don't know. It's hard math to do now that I think about it. If you explored animals much in farm sim, consider that branch for an endgame goal, like a fully vertically integrated dairy farm. Yeah, we've done it. We've done dairy farms in the past in Farm Sim 22. Absolutely fantastic. In fact, one of my favorite playthroughs ever was a Swiss dairy farm playthrough. Had an absolute blast. Yeah, the hand tools do take damage, but they seem to be quite slow. I should probably be careful with these harvesters. These are the ones we would want to repair sooner rather than later if we can, because harvesters, like, you do take a hit to your yield, but that's okay. My mods are getting to 100%, they're completely vanishing. What do I do on Xbox? Either unplug your Xbox so it fully power cycles, or check your hard drive and make sure it's not full. I think that's what it usually is your hard drive is full. Fisher, look at this. Tier 1 sub for 18 months, dude. I appreciate you. Welcome in. Thanks for subbing at Tier 1. Thanks for being here for 18 months. Enjoy the new badge. I think 18 months is a new badge. I appreciate you. Fisher, welcome in. How's it going? I'm going to drop that there, too. That's our new tractor right over there, by the way. That little Ford. I'll show you when we go to pick up all these bins. I'll show you what that looks like. Just got an Apache and Sky Cards. Hell yeah, dude. I think I have an Apache. Yeah, look. They're really easy to catch in the UK. Going good. How are you? We're doing good, Fisher. What you been up to? They should make you stop for a smoke to replace the hand tools gas. That would be awesome. You got to send them for lunch. Yeah. Yeah, that would be great. That's such a, like, my summer car mechanic. Make it happen. What are you picking up? Spinach. So this is a little bin that cuts spinach off at the base, and then it rolls it up and dumps it into the bin, and then you unload it in these pallets. Oh, let's get her unloaded. You unload it in these pallets like this. Oh, there it goes. And then you just leave those on the field and you come back for those. They can pipe out, but the mechanic's a little bit weird. So the pallets are the best way to do it. And then we'll grab the tractor, we'll run along the field, and we'll dump these pallets into the tractor. And then we'll take those off to sell. I'll probably sell them this month as well, too. How much horsepower does the Ford have? 79. My tractor's got 79 horsepower. I do have some tools. We'll be able to work the field with the tractor now. No messing around with the goofy little hand tools. I will be able to use that tractor on this field, thankfully. We'll see how it goes. What's the map? Nadenthal. If you go command map in chat, it will tell you. It'll tell you how to spell it, because me saying it out loud may be kind of confusing. It's kind of a hard one to type. Thank you, Demonius. There you go. And the field is, we're on field 12. So if you want to run your save alongside us, we're in field 12 right now. Well, actually, we started in field 12. Currently, we're in field 21. So field 12 is that one over there with the house. That's where we started. And then this is field 21. That's our first field that we ever purchased. Yeah. When did you buy that tractor? Right at the start of today's stream. This is the first stream with the tractor. All it's done right now is pick up a little bit of spinach. So it's still in its first, still doing its first job here. Oh, when I say command something, it means exclamation point and then the word that I'm saying. All together, no spaces. It'll, that's how you get the bot in Twitch to tell you stuff. With products like AG Leader, you can get auto steer GPS on any machine. It wasn't an option on this one. I think there are some parts of precision farming that lets you do it natively. I'm sure there's a mod to do it, but I doubt it works on every single tractor. But you're right, in real life you could technically add GPS to just about anything. Drop that off. There you go. Man, new worker every time. That's crazy. Yeah, it's like higher sprayer efficiency and stuff like that for the precision farming one. Not an option on that tractor still, though. How can I join on the server? Oh, this is a multiplayer. I'll let you know when we're doing a multiplayer game. This is my solo save. That's an NPC farmer right there that we hired. But I do a solo save for most of my playthroughs. Alex, thank you for all those roses on TikTok. Pete, thank you for the heart on TikTok as well. I appreciate that. Austin, Bryboy, thank you for the follows. Miles, thank you for the heart on TikTok as well. What the heck, guys? Thanks so much. If I missed any follows on TikTok, I apologize. Chat is a little bit quick today, so I'm falling behind. Either chat's quick or I'm a slow reader today. Both are possible. Farmer's Son, Jimmy, Reese, Brew, thanks for the follows on TikTok as well. Welcome in. Is that the Manitoba map? Yeah, this is the Manitoba, Canada map. I'm Canadian. I've wanted to do a Canadian playthrough for a while. And so when it came time to do our North America playthrough, I really wanted to do a Canadian one. So that's what we're doing right now. Robbie, thank you for that follow on Twitch and welcome in. Have you ever tried the XP mod where you have to get XP to be able to get higher horsepower and such? I'm going to give it a try. No, but that sounds awesome. I kind of like, we kind of do it naturally just with the money progression, but I like the idea of an XP system. I didn't hire the man bun guy again. I have not seen that NPC ever. Except for yesterday. I gotta clip that. So yesterday we were hiring NPC farmers for this job. And we saw a model like basically an AI we've never seen before. And it was this millennial looking dude with a man bun who looked super out of place on the field. And so we were admittedly making fun of him a little bit. If you have a man bun, I'm sorry. Don't watch yesterday's stream. If you got a man bun, do not watch yesterday's stream. It was highly offensive, but we had a good time. We're telling him to go back to his burger restaurant, all sorts of stuff like that. He's tired today. Yeah. He can't work 2 days in a row. He's really tired today. That was harder than he's ever worked in his life, so we won't see him. We won't see him again for a while. Oh, is he gonna go? Let's stop manually. You got it, buddy. Oh, maybe he's stuck behind the tractor? I don't know. Maybe he doesn't like that, pallet right there. He might just be too close to the edge of this field. Okay, yeah, I think it's too close to the tractor and the edge of the field. And he's just overwhelmed here, so that's okay. I did disappear. I do that sometimes. Did you try Busbound? Yeah, I tried Busbound yesterday. I was really pleasantly surprised. I wasn't really surprised. I was pleasantly surprised when I played the demo. But when I played the full game yesterday, it was just like the demo, but all the little annoying bits were fixed. It's a great game. It's a nice little relaxing bus game. I'm not going to say sim because it is really basic, but it's nice to have a casual bus game like Busbound. Go give it a play. If you got any interest in buses, go give it a play. All the keybinds were already set on the T248, which was amazing because that's what I hate about bus games is I don't know what to bind everything to. Just a really all-around solid game. They just, yeah, they did really well. I might play a little more Busbound. Probably not today, but we'll play more Busbound. Brad, Martine, Logan, Ahmed, thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. I appreciate that. Welcome in. You still harvesting that same field? Second harvest for the year. We did the harvest yesterday. It's the second harvest for the year, and then we will we'll pick up all these bins with the tractor. You know what I could have him do? When I pass him, I'm gonna put him on the headlands of the other field. And then he can start on that instead. He's taking he's taking a break. He's taking a break. Listen, it's hard work. Hard work. Sparx, are you a witch? I don't think so. I've never been accused of such, but you know, you never know. Hagrid hasn't showed up in the middle of the night to tell me I'm a wizard or anything like that. So I'm gonna go with no, but I'm still waiting. Could happen to anybody, really. It's Canada, unionized farmhands. Yeah. That's true. That's true. Listen, we're socialists around here. We got to take our government mandated breaks. He's paying his taxes right now is what he's doing. All right, let's move him over to the other side. And I'm just going to give him a fully empty tank. That'll be easier. It's not really that hard for me to pick up more bins anyways. Chat, speaking of taxes, I played a really fun game yesterday. So I have you guys probably know Andrew, but Andrew recommended I play a game called Insider Trading on Twitch. Sorry, not on Twitch, on Steam. And it might have been the most fun I've had with a game since Balatro, dude. It's exactly the same kind of vibe. It feels like playing Balatro, which is bad. It means I'm not going to be a very productive human being for the next couple of months. But dude, if you like Balatro, go play Insider Trading on Steam. It was so good. If they add it to mobile, I'm cooked. Like I will never get anything done again. I'm gonna just, if it's on mobile, don't tell me. I'm just gonna play it on Steam, okay? Because then I have to be at my laptop. I played it this morning. I shouldn't have. I literally woke up to play it. It was a little bit bad. My favorite small front loader tractor to use, New Holland T6 110. It's 89 grand. Oh, 89 grand's a little out of our budget anytime soon. We got a little ways to go till that one. What crop is this? This is spinach. This is spinach. It's all mobile. Shut up. I don't want to know. I don't want, if it's on spinach, I do not care. I'm not, I'm not playing it. If it's on mobile, I can't do it, dude. Do you recommend a map? I have lots of maps. But Chicken, you just said you got Farm Sim 25. Play the base game maps. Play Riverbend and turn the tutorial on. You shouldn't play any mod maps until you played the tutorial map. So play Riverbend tutorial on, do a playthrough like that, and then in 200 hours come back and ask me for a new map. You'll be good. If I can't afford it though, I do rent it for a bit 'cause it's actually really nice. Yeah, renting tractors is definitely worth it. People who tell you not to rent vehicles in this game, they don't know what they're doing. It's a fun challenge. Like if you're gonna do a challenge with you where you don't rent, it's a blast, but renting will make you more money than not having a tractor. Simo dude, thank you for the follow on Twitch, dude. Welcome in. All right, I'm gonna help him with the headlines and then we can start in the middle here. They always seem to get caught up in that corner, but something about this field that I made is a little bit off. It's like off by 1 pixel. And now the mapping is a little bit weird for the AI. I think I'm gonna confuse him when I start doing his headlines, but that's okay. Black Dragon, thanks for the follow on TikTok too, dude. Welcome in. The least to buy mod is cool, I guess. I mean, you could just do it with the in-game like loaning, because that's all like a financing plan is. It's a loan that you pay back, so you can just do that manually, but that does save you some steps. Is it like real leasing where you have the option to buy it after 3 years of leasing it, or how does that one work? Because that's something that the game doesn't do. That would be sweet. But if it's just a financing mod, just use the in-game loans and do it normally, you know? Okay, that guy, I'm gonna go intercept him on the other side here, because when he hits that corner, he's gonna start running into stuff I've already worked on. Pay like 20K up front and lease the rest. Oh, that's kind of cool. Wait, no, that's financing. That's not leasing, that's financing. Drop that. Okay, and now we do AI worker, headlands off, skip lines 1. Have at it. Oh, uh-oh, wrong field. Not? I think I might have her on the wrong field. Hold on. Try this again. That is the right field. I don't know if she was on the right field that time. Okay, she's good. I think I just put her on the other one. How many hours do you have on Farm Sim 25? Probably about 1,500. I really don't have a way to tell, because I've got the Giants. Like, I bought it on the Giants website, not on Steam, so I don't have an hour counter for the whole game. But if I had to guess, you know how I could find out? It doesn't really account for all the hours. I could get a decent estimate if I looked to see how many hours I'd streamed it. I have played a decent amount outside of stream. Played some on Xbox as well, but that, I think you can get your hours on Xbox too. I could probably go through and find out somehow. It would just be a little bit of work. What's the game you don't want on mobile? Insider trading. Insider trading. If they put it on mobile, I'm done for it, dude. Yeah, I'm just hoping it's not there. What tractor and trailer did you go for? I'll show you. When we gotta pick up these bins, I will show you what we went for. I'm just gonna do all of these first. Like, I just want to get all the bins out onto the field, and then I'll show you. I gotta wait for her to catch up anyways, so. And then this field, as soon as we got this field done and all the bins are out, we will grab the tractor and we'll go pick them up, and I'll show you what we got going. Lazy, thank you for the follow on Twitch or on TikTok as well. I appreciate that. Okay. Now let's see if she does a skip row. This field is so funky. I don't know if this strat's gonna work here. Snellahan, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. And Kenny, hold on. How many TikTok followers? Kenny, Drail, Ropa, and Philippi. Thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. Can't confirm it's not on mobile. Thank God, dude. Thank God. Farm Sim's on mobile. Yes, Farm Sim is on mobile. That is true. And it's good. It's good. I had a really good time with Farm Sim 23. The new Farm Sim comes out on mobile, like, really soon, too. Okay, so we'll just wait for her here, and then we'll see if this strategy works again. Gotta wait for her to come and start on this other side. Algorithm really wants me to buy this game. Oh, dude, once you start watching farm sim streams on TikTok, that's your whole feed is farm sim. It'll do the same thing with Kerbal Space Program and Out of War as well. So be careful watching this stream. You're going to get Kerbal Space Program, Out of War, and farm sim. What you gonna do? That's a headland, ma'am. What? Right energy, wrong idea. Okay, hold on. What the heck are you doing over here? Start with up, down, no headlands. Why is she working the headlands? That's so weird. Also, I feel like she should have more spinach in the tank by now. It feels like she's not doing very much. You're gonna see she should skip lines here on this pass. You forgot to turn off headlines when you checked it if it was on the right field. Oh, did I? That would explain a lot. Okay, start skipping lines. Okay, she might take that line and then hopefully skips the next one though. Okay, now I'll go get mine, see if this works. It takes longer to set it up than I actually benefit, but that's okay. We need a Daggerwind collab. Daggerwind is one of the few farm sim creators I've never met or talked to. I'm obviously familiar with his content, and it's great, but I've actually never met Daggerwind. Can you sit in the bucket when AI is pushing it? No, they will stop if you stand in front of them, so unfortunately not. That looks like it could be a skip row, and it's not. It's not a skip row. Okay, you know what? I'm just going to do the other side. She can work on that side. I'll do the other side. It's such a small field anyways that I don't really think it matters. So that's totally fine. What map? Nadenthal. It's a, oh man, it's a Canadian map. Very good so far. I want to wait 4 days. I need Farms to 25. You don't want to wait why would you have to wait 4 days? Farms to 25 has been out for a year and a half. What do you mean 4 days? If you started from scratch, how did you afford land and hand tools? I took out a loan. So there's a couple ways to do it. You could either start with a little bit of money. You could start with contracts, which is super common, or you could start with a loan, or you could start with money, but you could start with a loan, I think is a better way to do it. And then you just farm from there pretty much. Get her unloaded real quick. Okay, and continue. Oh, is she blocked by that? No, she's good. She got blocked by an object for a second, but that might have been me. You didn't skip a line? I did, but like, it's not going. I don't know. Maybe I gotta skip 2 lines, but I swear to God, I put it on skip lines and it's not going. So it's fine. This field is so small. For me to do one side and for her to do the other actually works just as effectively. I'm not as close when she needs to be unloaded, but it's actually not a big deal to do it like this. It's totally fine. Oh, because it's 4 days until your birthday. I got you. Nah, it'll be worth it. It's worth the wait. It's worth the wait. Farms of 26 comes out in like a week, I think. Yes, Farms of 26 is, I think it's a little more than a week. I can't remember the exact release date, but it'll be out on mobile here pretty soon. I disabled that map, but unfortunately it's self-corrupted was fumble at last. And see, you gotta be careful with the mods. That's one of the main reasons I try to be careful with mods, is because I am so scared of spending 500 hours on a playthrough and then having it corrupt. Like, that's my worst nightmare, dude. Just leave yours on AI when you go back to check on hers, vice versa. Actually, it's not a bad idea. Let's just switch each time. That's okay. We're almost done. No need to worry about it. She's stuck behind a pallet though. Here. See if this one will take over. Nope, she's gonna walk to the other side of the field. Okay. No, don't worry about it. All right, yes, there's a pallet there. Watch this. Watch how magical this is. See, we just move out of the way of the pallet. I know, crazy. Just fully get hers unloaded too. Oh my God, I started grabbing from the other pallet. All right, that's fine. I don't like that those 2 keybinds are the same. All right. Your turn, buddy. See if we can do this without ramming into a pallet. He's good. He's got it. He's got it. Do the joysticks work on Xbox One on Farm Sim 22? No. The only time you can use joystick on console is on Farm Sim 25 with current gen consoles. On PC, you can use the joysticks on older Farm Sims, but for console, Farm Sim 25 current gen consoles. Do you ever play on Alma? No, we did. I think we looked at Alma for this playthrough, but we really wanted to do a Canadian one, so it didn't make the cut. But pretty popular map. How many days a month do you plan on, and what time speed? So when I stream, time speed is 0.5. The reason we do that is because 90% of people watching this stream are watching on a phone, and when it gets to nighttime, it's really hard to see what's going on a phone. So I keep it daytime all the time. There's still a little bit of time progression, but it is still daytime all the time. When I play solo, though, off stream, my favorite is to do I like 5 or 6 times speed and then 2 or 3 days per month, depending on how much I've got going on. Because then I get to farm through the night a little bit too. I like farming at night in game, but I've got a big monitor. I can see what's going on. I'm not trying to watch on a ridiculous little phone, so I get it. Yeah, we had a lot of requests. We used to have the day-night cycle on, but we had a lot of requests to change it back to daytime. So I just leave it daytime all the time, and I'm cool with that. If it means people get to actually see what's going on, then that's fine. What tractor did you get? I got some sort of Ford. I'm not really sure the model. It's right there. I gotta hop in a second. As soon as we're done cutting this little bit of spinach, I'm gonna hop in the tractor and pick up all of these bins, and then I'll show you what's going on there. They work on Xbox 360. I don't think so. Not for this. I do wonder if they'd work on Xbox 360 on like Ace Combat though. Like Ace Combat 6 would be kind of sick. They think there might have been some sim gear at the time for Ace Combat. Man, I really hope we get into that creator program for Ace Combat. That would be so good. I want to do it so bad. That was such a childhood game for me, and I would absolutely play it on stream. I'll set up the sim gear as well. I think that'd be such a good game for streaming, honestly. Nighttime farm sim challenge? Yeah, maybe on my own. Maybe on my own, not on stream. We're gonna run into each other, but that's okay. I got a full bin. And I will let this guy finish this line. Get this little bit here. I'll get this right here. And boom, we're done. Let's go see how much money this makes us. You get a water trailer too instead of having to walk it. We're gonna slowly move everything over to the tractor. As we progress here, we'll get more and more tools on the tractor. But unfortunately for harvesting spinach, we might be on these for a little bit longer. Okay, there we go. All the bins are out. Now, let's hop in the tractor. We'll go pick all of these up. Okay. And do we sell these this month or should we sleep real quick? Prices. Spinach. We should wait a month till October so we can just sleep. I don't have to do anything else in the meantime because everything else has water. And then spinach, there's nothing I need to do with the field in the meantime. Let's just take a quick look on the calendar. Pretty sure we put it in the spring. Yeah, that goes in March. So we're all good. So I'm actually going to shut this down real quick. We're going to skip a little bit of time. Leave the spinach out there for a month, which is probably a terrible idea, but we're going to do it. And then we could get selling all the good stuff here. At least my phone doesn't fold in half like a weirdo. What's wrong with your phone folding in half like a weirdo? Look at this thing. Look at this thing. That's freaking awesome, dude. I love it. Dude, if you play any games on your phone, that's the way to do it. That's the way to do it. Okay, let's go 7 a.m. the next month. I'm doing good, Archie. How are you? Welcome in. Yeah, here. Thanks for the follow on TikTok. Welcome in. So does spinach grow back? It grows back one time. It grows back one time, and then it needs to be cultivated and replanted. So we're going to, that was the second harvest. We're going into the replanting phase now, and we are on tractors now, so I don't have to mess around with the hand stuff. Neptune? What the heck, Neptune? Those are your first 5. Those are your first gifted subs ever. What the heck, dude? Neptune, thank you for the 5 gifted. Those went to Shinston, Chuck, RBP, Buffalo Joe, and Urxel. What the heck, Neptune? I appreciate that. W gifted from Neptune. 100%. Neptune, thank you so much for supporting the stream. I really appreciate that. Let's get some sunlight in here. It's the fall. There's no reason for us to farm in the dark. All right, there we go. No wonder my spinach is moldy when I get it at the shop. Yes, it's my fault. It's my fault. Okay. Now, let's go pick up more bins of spinach. They could have done a slightly better job on the sound design here. It needs to be choppier, but that's okay. For a mod, it's not bad. Now, we'll see. I think I can hold 8,000 liters in this, which is tons. Oh, yeah. At least 8,000. Could we chain 2 of these together? Oh. Chat, should I go chain 2 of these together? I feel like that'd be sick. I could probably pull it. Let's go get another one. Let's go get another one. I want 2 of these in a row. I think that'd be really sick. Do 3? I don't know if we can do 3, but I'll do 2. Because they're pretty cheap to rent, and I think it would just look sick as hell, honestly. Well, I don't know. I'm kind of pushing it in the RPM department even before I have indicator lights. I don't have indicators. I tried to use them. I can't get a ticket for that. I don't have indicators. That one is where you guys are going to get me though on fines. I'm not going to lie. Okay, so let's buy just another one of those. And I think it's this with an 8-meter extension. And then I went with a gray chassis and I think a silver bin like that. 500 bucks. I really shouldn't spend 500 bucks leasing those, but I think it'll look cool just to do it. That's all right. Trailer has indicators. Oh, does it? Oh, there they go. It didn't work for a minute. Okay, it's good. I can use the indicators in. We got it. It's not a Ford, but it's a Ford. It's not going to pull it. Nah, it's got it, dude. It's got it. It's got it. Okay, let's hook up 2 of these together. There we go. Oh, look at that. Look at that. That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, let's go bring this over to the fields here. I don't think we can do more than that. I might be pushing it. That's all right. Okay, we got to be careful with our indicators. We're going to make sure we use them. Grim Reaper, thank you for the 55 beats. I still call those beats. I don't know what they're called, but thank you so much, dude, on TikTok. Appreciate that. And Sassy Chicken, thank you for the tier 1 sub for the first time ever. No way. Thanks for your sub. No traffic over there. No traffic over here. I am indicating right. Don't worry. Now I'm indicating left. Doing this the right way. Okay, let's get this first bin. Get that second trailer off the road. And we'll fill the back trailer now. There we go. Oh, this is awesome, dude. I like this. It probably could pull 3, but that feels like overkill. We'll do it like this. Watch the motor blow up. The motor's not going to blow up. It's going to get recalled before it blows up. It's a Ford. Come on. They're on top of it. They're on top of it. Since I bought it 8 seconds ago, there's been 91 recalls on it. Nathan, thanks for that follow on TikTok. I appreciate that. Can you walk around in this game? Is it only driving? Nah, you can do both. You can do both. That's one of the beauties of Farm Sim, is it's walking and driving. That being said, they probably don't put enough into like the things you could do while walking. But it's getting better. The hand tool mod really makes it good. Nothing like a tractor plus 2 trailers for your hand harvested field. I know, isn't that so backwards? We harvested these field by hands and now we're like doubling up on trailers. I'll probably just rent 1 trailer next year because the double was expensive, but we'll see how much money we make. It does save us the trips across the map, which I like. Recall on a recall? Yeah, it's true. Maybe the recalls will get recalled and then we'll be set. The Ford fans would be fuming if they weren't currently at the Ford dealership having the recall serviced. Don't forget to scoop up that spinach container at the house. Oh yes, don't let me forget about that at some point here. All right, 1,600 liters. Beauty, there we go. Zach and Edit, thanks to the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. Okay, Let's do it. Now, ooh, actually, she can do it, but we're at the limit. We're at the limit. I hate to see it full of rocks instead of spinach, because it's pushing it, dude. Tyler Martin, thanks for the follows, guys. What do you think about the farm stick? Is it good or not? Dude, it's incredible. The farm stick is the best thing ever invented. I love mine. You don't need two. I know I've got two, but they're so sick. I like this muddy little road here. That's sweet. Okay, now onto the real road. Do you know that Ford pickup drive can have a spare car in the trunk? They can put a smart in it. The Ford pickup. Wait, which Ford pickup? All Ford pickups can put a smart car in the back? That's actually kind of sick. Gillen, thanks to follow on Twitch. Welcome in. It sounds so good. It sounds so good. There's no signage there. We should probably stop there, right? Kind of iffy on how we go through that intersection. All right. Let's get these sold. So this should be a nice... Oh, man. This will be a good 10 grand right here in these bins. We'll drop the first one first. Slan, thanks for the follow on Twitch. And Stefan. Steven and Stefan, thank you for the follows on TikTok. Two separate people. Appreciate that. Why are we in kilometers per hour, not miles per hour? Because we're in the good old Great White North, Homer. That's why. Kilometers per hour around here. We are civilized people, okay? Oh, am I using the small door? That's fine. Sarah, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Are they actually going to make the pickups useful in the new Farm Sim Mobile? I don't know. The pickups, like... Because I think there's pallets in Farm Sim Mobile now. So I'm sure that'll be kind of handy. I'm not really sure what else the pickups would do. Can you cut wood in Farm Sim Mobile? That was kind of their main use in this Farm Sim, was moving horses and cutting wood. I could probably do both at the same time, right? I can. It's a little sketchy looking, but it does work. Okay. Yeah, it's good, like 10 grand. 11,000 bucks. Environmental score, terrible. So we didn't make a lot of money on that, but we did make 11 grand, which is pretty good. Am I going to test the new mobile farm sim? Yeah, definitely. Definitely. I might try and do a stream with it at some point too. I think that would be pretty cool. Maybe we'll see if Samsung wants to do another farm sim mobile stream, because I think that would be pretty sweet. What's your economy set? Normal or hard? Easy. Whenever you stream, do easy economy. The progress is just too slow. People get bored if you do normal or hard. The exception I would say is logging. Logging the progress is so fast that you could probably do it anyways. Hi, Grill King. How's it going? Welcome in. What do you feed your horses? Wood chips? No. Feed your horses hay. This feels like the main road. I think this is the main road, so we'll stop going the other way. I think the east and west roads feel like the main ones there. Did you look into the Sudbury map when choosing? Sudbury, no. We did. We looked at a bunch of Arkansas. We looked at some other North American maps. The problem with a lot of these North American maps is they don't have good starter fields. So like they always have these giant farms by default that you have to have in the starter farm, or there's a big section of your map missing. This was one of the few maps where you didn't need to have a starter farm for the map to look good, which I don't love. I wish more mod creators would take that into account, because it does feel a little bit silly to force you to have this giant starter farm when it's way more fun to have a little dinky house like this, you know? Brad, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Which map are you playing? It's Nadenthal. Nadenthal. Gnadenthal. And it's set in Canada, Manitoba. Do you know when the new mobile farm sim is coming out? Nah, if you look on the Play Store, it should have a release date now, but I can't remember off the top of my head. What's crazy is I just did a video on it too. And I still can't remember when it comes out. The video should come out any day now, but I literally do not remember. And I just wrote that script too. Tom Steep, thank you for the follows on TikTok. Have you played Docked? If so, what do you think about it? Docked was a really cool concept, but it needed some sort of free play mode or something like that. The weird linear storyline was not it for me. I didn't like that at all. But they are working on it, so I might go back to it when they come out with some sort of storyline or economy mode. So I'm not just playing through some story, you know? It is getting free play. Yeah, so it's getting a free play where you can play after finishing the main story, which is a good start. And then they did confirm that they are working on an economy mode instead. Not sure what that's going to look like, but I will absolutely go. I'll probably do a full playthrough at that point. Like if it gets joystick support and all that, I think I'll do a full playthrough. I wasn't really vibing with the full playthrough in the state that it was in. Didn't really hook me. Everything else felt good. Gameplay felt good. The NPCs were a little annoying, but whatever. The gameplay felt good and smooth, but no joystick support, no free play, just didn't hook me, you know? What's your goal this playthrough? So I'm thinking, the more I think about it, the more I want to do like a canning company, kind of Green Giant roleplay, you know, and see if we can. I want to have like a big company with like a big warehouse and shipping and stuff like that. I want to load trucks at the warehouse. I think that would be really cool, but we'll see. We'll see. I think my goals are going to evolve a lot throughout this playthrough rather than how we usually do it. Oh, I can fill these up by the tractor. I don't have to pull all the way forward. About there. I can fill it from about there. That's not bad. Farmington website says May 19th. I was gonna say May 19th, but I thought I might have had it mixed up with the Forza Horizon release, which is also on May 19th for the full release. AC Rally, wait to buy? Ooh, okay. AC Rally feels good. It's a good feeling game. It's not quite the best rally sim yet, but it will get there. And also, the FIA just partnered with AC Rally for an upcoming rally competition, esports rally competition. That's a good sign. I think if you're looking for a whole rally simulator, wait to buy, but it is a fun game still. It's just there's no career or campaign or gameplay. It's just time attack right now. Soft gravel physics are still a little off. They don't quite dig very nice. The force feedback doesn't feel as meaty as it should, but I think it'll be there within the year for sure. What map is this? Native Doll. I still play Farmstead 22 just for the pipes and hoses DLC. Nah, that's fair. That's fair. Dude, if that DLC worked a little bit better, I'd have wanted it in Farmstead 25, but it was a little janky. Richard Burns is pretty good. I still think Richard Burns has the best physics. The problem with Richard Burns is it's just a collection of mods. Like, it's not, at this point, it's really hard to have a full-on, like, career playthrough in RBR. The modded maps do have some inconsistencies with each other, which does bother me. The modded cars have some inconsistencies, which does bother me. And there's no real competitive scene unless you get involved in some discords or something like that. But I want it all in one game. I want everything set up. I don't want to manage mods. I want the career mode in there. I want a competitive PvP mode in there. I want the ability to host races with my friends without having to go through all the faff that you have to for RBR Pro. And so games like WRC, even though I don't think the physics are as good as WRC, it's a test alarm. We knew that one was coming. Oh, that one's gonna go off too, isn't it? Oh, it's good. Okay. Where was I? No, it's a test alarm. They said they were gonna test it today. Yeah, so even though I think RBR has better physics overall, I'll take the hit to the physics for all the extra just quality of life things when it comes to the playthrough. And that's kind of where I'm at for rally sims. But yeah, like if you were going to practice for real life rally, actually, if you're going to practice for real life rally, you should do a range of rally sims because none of them are one-to-one with real life. And developing the skills to be able to cross over to different types of rally sims is going to allow you to cross over to real life and accept those capabilities or like those inconsistencies faster than dedicating to one rally sim and then being surprised when it doesn't, you know, feel like real life. But, you know, most people playing these sims are never going to get into real life rally. They've got no interest in that. They're just playing because they like rally. In which case, take your pick, I guess. Do you like using GPS or not? Yeah, you know what? I do like the GPS. I do tend to use it. I like that it helps me talk to chat when I'm playing, actually. That's one of my favorite parts of using the GPS. Makes it a little easier. Okay, we're going to go tip side back. There we go. Fix our tip side so that we can dump both of these at the same time. Dirt Rally 2 is okay. Dirt Rally 2 is the best learning platform because it starts to blend simulator physics, but it's still very nice to you. It's still very forgiving. Dirt Rally is one of those games where it makes you feel like you're really good at rally because it's not very punishing, I guess, is the word. Everything just kind of works out. Anything you try kind of works out. Your handbrakes always just somehow come out perfect because the car rotates in the middle. The traction is just a little bit too good. The inertia is not punishing in any way, shape, or form. So it's a good place to start and get through the basics of rally. And then when you want to start challenging yourself, then seek out something like RBR Pro, EAWRC, Generations I did actually find to be quite punishing. I like that one. AC Rally, BeamNG. BeamNG isn't quite the place to start learning how to play rally or even to get a good rally experience. It's just really cool if you want to learn the risk management side of rally because Dirt Rally or BeamNG doesn't save you at all. You hit a rock sideways 1 pound too hard, you're bending your wheel in. Like it's good. I like that. Is it just Alberta for the alarm? Yeah, they were just testing the Alberta alarm here. It might have even just been Calgary. On Nadenthal, when I'm plowing the same field as you, the grass stays on top. Yes, so the grass in this map is basically it was added with the map editor rather than being coded properly as an in-game map. So sometimes you have to go into the construction menu and delete the grass. That's free, but basically just go and go to the construction menu, go to grass, and then right click. I don't know what it is on console, but it's right click. Failure to stop and pulling onto the main road, that's actually not a law here unless there is a stop sign, and technically, unless it's a registered stop sign, it can't be enforced with a ticket. So you actually don't have to stop pulling out of an unmarked lot. Do you ever host servers? Yes. As of now, as of just the other day, we started hosting servers for the first time, which actually was a lot of fun. I talked to Thrustmaster. I think they were pretty happy with it, so we may do that one. We may do that one again. How much is it to buy your first tractor? In base game, about 35,000. With modded tractors, you can get some crappier tractors for closer to like 5 to 10,000. So these early game modded tractors are awesome. That's something Farms of 25 missed out on. They generally did a lot in terms of the flow of the economy and progression in 25, but they missed out on the early game tractors. Hand tools is huge. Early game small tractors is huge. That's something I'd like to see in the next farm sim if they wanted to respect the progression a little bit more. How do you like the tractor? It's good. I mean, it's hard to judge now. This is an easy job for a tractor to do. Like you could do this with a golf cart, no problem. It's gonna be, you know, a matter of how the plowing and cultivating goes. That's what we'll really learn how good this tractor is. But we'll see. Phil, thank you for the follow on TikTok. Appreciate that. Welcome in. We do have a tractor. We got our very first tractor just today, actually, right at the start of stream. Alvi, thanks for that follow on TikTok. Appreciate you. Need one more trailer? I don't think I can do it. Once it's full of spinach, we are like maxing out our RPM, so we might be at the limit of our pulling ability here. But later on, when, you know, we're doing spinach at a higher scale, larger scale, we'll get more tractors. You put twin arrows on the back of this? I think so. I think in the mod pictures there were twin arrows on the back. We may actually need that for some of our fertilizing. We'll see. I'm not really sure what that looks like for precision farming, but I do like that I'm crushing the weeds right now. The grape plow would work good with that tractor. The subsoiler, yeah. I mean, we're going to use a cultivator because in precision farming, we don't want to plow at that depth, actually. So we're going to use we're just going to use a shallow cultivator and reset this field that way. Also, spinach doesn't have any sort of bonus for a full plow. It's just got the base bonus, like the base yield bonus, I think. But I don't know if that's a thing in precision farming either. I think precision farming may actually get rid of that bonus, which would be kind of nice. Oh, is that the last bin? No more over there. There's no more over there. Oh, hell yeah. We're good. We'll go take these back. Give it a sell. We're at 41K right now, which is more money than I thought we would have. Okay, there we go. And I think I want to buy one of these trailers because we can swap it over to a flatbed when we need to as well. That's why this trailer is so good. If I buy one and then just hop it over to the shop once a year, switch it over to a flatbed when I need it, I might actually be able to do that for free as well, which would be sweet. I don't like flat maps. I think flat maps are a little bit boring, but it's kind of what you get if you're going for Canadian farming. That's just how it's going to be. Been open for Giants to add vintage equipment since I first tried vintage mods at Farm Sim 17. I know. You know what, though? American and Euro Truck are starting to get in on that. But I need Giants to really recognize how much people love vintage equipment. Now, they might. That might be wrong of me to say, because they actually might recognize it, and they're just hard things to get licenses to. Like, a lot of companies probably don't have much interest in promoting their vintage equipment through video games because they're not selling it. Like, Ford's not selling this anymore. This tractor in particular might be in limbo because New Holland owns the tractor and Ford owns the logo. But like, in terms of older Case IH, for example, I don't know if they care enough to license it because it's it may not be doing them any good. I would argue that it is doing them good and that people like playing with the older equipment kind of builds up some brand affinity, but I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I'm not in marketing. Actually, I am in marketing, but not for tractors. I like old tractors more than the new ones. Me too. It took me a long time to come around on that because I like the newest, coolest equipment, and I still do. But there's something so good about doing an old tractor playthrough. You gotta do one. I think the best playthroughs in this game are the ones where you start with old equipment and progress to the newer stuff. It's so good, dude. Is there a story to Farm Sim 25? There's a loose story if you play through the tutorial. Basically, your grandpa gives you your first farm in the tutorial. And then there's some other NPC characters that have jobs and stuff like that. And you can kind of talk to them and hear their story and stuff like that. But generally, it's a sandbox. I think a story would hold this game back. It would be like Docked, where rather than the story adding something to it, it would just hold this game back at the end of the day. So I wouldn't really want to see a story for this game. Mrs. Crash Pride, thank you for the 430 stream streak. That is crazy. Welcome in. Direct drilling is best based on precision farming. Oh, I don't think we have a drill yet. We might have to start with just a seeder and a cultivator, and then get into drilling a little bit later because I don't think there's any drills at our price point here. What do you think is the best map for normal farming? What the heck is your definition of normal farming? Normal farming doesn't mean anything. Those words mean nothing together. What kind of farming do you want to do? Okay, so this is all good. We can cultivate this. Let's go take these trailers back. We'll move these hand tools out of the way, and then we'll get this. Actually, we'll fertilize it and then cultivate it. So let's buy the equipment that we need for the year. And then we'll pay back the rest of the loan. Oh, if we pay back the rest of the loan, though, we could take out another loan. How much of a loan are we sitting on right now? 40K on the nose? We could. And then we could buy. So let's say we take out a loan. Oh, did these? Hold on. I need a setting on right now. This is the first vehicle I've had, so I didn't realize that automatic engine start was on. There we go. That's what we want. Okay. So if we pay back this loan right now, we could take out a loan for this property here. Soil is just reset, so we're good to go. And then I could farm these together. Or do we do production? Chat, do we do productions here, or do we do another field and just sell spinach? I think we sell spinach for 1 more year and then get into productions after that. Because we'd be able to pay off this loan in no time. In fact, we could take out a big loan to get both of these. I kind of want to expand to all 3 of these fields with spinach. And then we go to production, and then we replant peas, beans, and spinach on the 3, and then run production for all 3. I kind of like that. And then these are all cultivated and everything. So I just have to seed them. It's kind of the time to do it. Let's do it. I'm going to pay back the loan. We're going to go finances. We're going to repay all 40K of that. Okay, loans repaid. How much money do we need? So new business loan. 36 plus 43 of 7. So we could probably do that for an even 80K. We'll do 80K to start and just see if that works. So $80,000 loan. Oops. $80,000 loan. We buy these 2 fields. Cool. We have 6K left over, which isn't bad. That's not bad. And you know what we could do? Once we get to that point, like once these fields kind of take over, I could turn this into a lot. So I could put like a barn here, and I could get our productions going on here. Ooh, I like that. Let's farm these as spinach. Yeah, soil samples, right. Let's farm these as spinach for 1 more year. Purchase soil information, $262, not bad. And it's all clay. Not great, but that's okay. But yeah, there's a big band of clay that runs through there, but that's okay. It's just our seed rate's gonna be a little high, but I don't think that's too bad. Okay. Let's get these all cultivated then. I'm just gonna move this out of the way. Yeah, I'd like to turn this side of the lot into a barn or something. I think that'd be sick. I'm gonna try and keep stocking up on these what do you call them? On these mushrooms first. Just park these in here. We're not gonna need these for the whole year. Let's go in there. I'm gonna keep stocking up on mushrooms for a little bit before I try and sell them. Because if we sell them in January, we get the most amount of cash. I'm buying a T128 for Xbox and a joystick. Should I buy a holder for the joystick too? Oh, Motorhead, you should get the T128 Simtask pack. It's exactly what you described, plus the mount. And then yeah, you could get a holder. If you get the Simtask pack, get a mount for the joystick as well. That would be a good plan. I got a code for you too for that kit. So if you get it from the Thrustmaster eShop, if you go Command TM in chat and you buy it from there, just use the creator code Sparx. And yeah, you should pick those up. That's a killer kit. And everything will be compatible with like a T248. If you ever want to upgrade, you'll be able to use obviously the same joystick and holder, but also the mount as well. Which will be good. I'm gonna move this out of the way too. Let's just do a little fall cleanup here. We won't need this, and I should get. I don't really need it now, but I can get a. I get a front loader for that tractor too. I didn't see a version of that for Xbox. Oh, okay, yeah, you'll have to get a T128 separately. No, you're right. You're right. The Xbox version of that bundle is not out yet. Yeah, you just get it separately for Xbox. You're right. Can you build a barn? Yeah, we can build a barn. I don't think we have access to enough wood to manually build it, so we'll just buy a barn. But yeah, totally. I'll put this right here. Okay, awesome. Let's go bring these trailers back, and then we'll get this stuff cultivated and planted. Well, planted not yet, but we'll plant it in the spring, which we could do once we make our mushroom money here. Are you wearing that hat again? Can you only wear a hat once, John? What are you talking about? You can wear hats more than once. I don't know if you knew this, but they're multi-use. They're multi-use. They're not, you don't throw them away when you're done. Need to do a little bit of a cultivation on this, or cultivation, reset, calibration. Let me calibrate my joystick real quick. I keep unplugging it for other games, and every time I unplug it, it needs a recal. Buttery smooth. Okay. You don't like the hat? Why don't you like this hat, John? It's my Lego hat. You don't like Lego? John's a Lego hater. This is so sad. So sad we had to find out about John like this, dude. Send these back. Again from here. Return. And return. Okay. I need... Yeah, I don't think we could drill directly into this. I think we need to mulch it. Fertilize it, then mulch it. Okay, let's buy fertilizer first. This may bankrupt me here. We'll see what happens. Oh, no, we should plant it before fertilizing, right? Yeah, I forgot that's how this works now. Okay, we actually need a roller. No, we need a mulcher. I think we forgot to get a mulcher, chat. I may need to go grab a mulcher that we can actually use with this tractor. I only have 80 horsepower. Where are the mulchers? Mulchers. Ah, shoot. Oh, no, we're lucky. We can use this one. 561. It'll be a rental for this season. And we're going to have it on backwards, but that's okay. I'll only have to hear it 900 times. Fertilizer isn't cheap. No, fertilizer is going to be really expensive, but that's okay. We got to do what we got to do. Will this be okay with that amount of weight on the front? Yeah, it seems like it'll be okay. We'll see what happens. Doing something backwards, I have a deja vu feeling. What were we doing backwards last time? I can't even remember what it was. Oh, the mower when we were playing with Austin. That's right. That's right. That was good. I like that. Okay. Oh my God, the indicators are on the wrong way. That's so fun. The rear indicators are backwards because it's a front mower or it's a front mulcher. That's so funny. I got to indicate the wrong way for a second. Listen, you got to do what you got to do. And we're going to start with the big field because then we could just do this all together instead. Save the time. I learned the hard way that soybeans require irrigation. I have 22K in debt. Soybeans require irrigation. You must be playing on some sort of mod. What the heck are you talking about? Irrigation? What mod are you playing on? Oh, look how much faster that is. Dude, remember when we did this by hand? Look how much faster this is now. That's so good. It can actually go faster if we put it on a front, in a front config. I think I could go way faster than this, but dude, that is so good. Here, we'll do these headlands first so we don't have to drive on this guy's crops. Still my indicator on. I have a question about Farm Stick 25. Can I ask you? Yeah, you can. Absolutely. What if I have my farm stick keeps moving the camera in little snaps on its own? I had it like 4 months. It probably just needs to be calibrated, but that is a known defect that can happen. Just reach out to Thrustmaster if that happens, and they'll handle the replacement. So they'll either send you a new joystick for the top, or they'll just replace the entire thing. But start by calibrating it. Sometimes that is just a matter of calibration and not a huge deal. Just good. It's better when that happens. Why don't you sell your hand tools? Because I don't know which tools I'm going to be able to get just yet. So I'm going to keep my hand tools for a little longer. They're also not really worth that much money. And so it's not an urgent thing for me to sell right now. We'll just keep them for a little bit until I have all the equipment that I need on my tractor, and then we'll go from there. Calibration guide is pinned in our Discord. That's right. That's right. If you go to the, I want to say it's the Farm Sim 25 channel, and you look in the pins, the calibration guide is in there for the farm stick, just in case. Did you buy it, Kieran? That's weird. Did you buy it from like a third party or second hand or something like that? Oh, look at that. We could just go in like whole rows. Maybe I'll do just To make it a little easier on us, maybe we'll mulch a headland here and then on the other side, and then we'll do the full rows. I'll just get that quarter on the other pass, and that'll be okay. Field and Forest, thank you for the follow on TikTok, by the way. I appreciate that. Welcome over. I'm good, Ozzy. How's it going? Welcome in. You have this tractor in real life? We grew up with a very, very similar one. It was a smaller one, not quite this big, but it had a bucket loader on the front. It was like my favorite tractor on the farm for the longest time. How wide am I compared to my front wheels? Little wider than my front wheels. So if I put my front wheels on the margin here, then we know we're doing a good job. This is when I need to get my head tracking set up so I can just look behind me super easy. Lost the invoice, so I can't prove it's still in the warranty. I got it as a gift. Oh, frick, dude. That does suck. Feel like they should have a better system when that happens. Did the person who bought it for you as the gift, do they have like the purchase history or something like that? Move over a little bit. Oh, this is so much better. It takes literally, this would have been like a 45-minute job with the hand roller, and we're going to do it in 5 minutes. That's actually insane. You know what? If I don't even, if I don't do a 3-point turn and I just go to the other side of the field, I can do it even faster. So we'll finish off like that. Should be close enough. Do it on this side as well. With your joystick, do you have to hold down your left paddle shifter to use a loader or no? No, not with the joystick, because the joystick is an entirely separate device. So you don't need to hold down the paddle shifter like you do if you just have the wheel. You can do it while driving, which is amazing. Do you have to use a joystick to move the camera around? Can I use the button box on my wheel? I mean, if you bind it properly, you might be able to use the buttons on your wheel. But I don't know about console. Bindings might be a little iffy on console, I guess. Then I guess we'll just turn around here for now and do the same thing the other way. Oh yeah, look at that. Perfect. That should be done. I keep forgetting to look at the top left to make sure it's actually on the ground. We'll cut this straight again. I still don't know if mulching actually does anything for precision farming. I feel like a cultivator would do 99% of that job, but it's so fast for us to do it that really doesn't bother me that much. Are you plowing or disking? Mulching. So I'm grinding up all that old spinach stubble and getting it ready to blend back into the soil. Then we'll hit it with the cultivator, and then it'll be set for the winter time. We won't have to touch it again until spring. Hi Joe, how's it going, dude? Welcome in. Let me get my on-screen chat going. I feel like I've had that off for a while. That sucks. My dad got Turtle Beach headset. I had to get it fixed, and Turtle Beach was rapid with it. Turtle Beach, they've been better lately. They were kind of crappy for a while there. I don't know if some other company bought them out, but they have been a lot better. Oh, should we do a cover crop? Honestly, the cover crop, well, it would sure save us money on fertilizer, wouldn't it? See, the cover crop didn't give us as much fertilizer as I was hoping, but it would save us some cash on fertilizer, hey? Yeah, maybe we will do it. It wouldn't take that much more work either. I would just have to cultivate twice though, wouldn't I? I feel like a cover crop is better if you could drill it in. I don't know if we should be using a cover crop if we're cultivating. So we're cultivating twice a year, and I think that's going to impact our score. It would raise your environmental score. Will it though? Okay, so here's where I'm at with environmental score. With a cover crop at this point, I can't drill it in, so it means I have to cultivate an extra time. I don't have a drill. Well, I can look and see if we can get a drill, but I'm pretty certain we can't have a drill, price-wise. And then if I cultivate twice, is that going to undo all of my environmental score? I do like that it'll save me a little bit of money on fertilizer at the very least, though. Go check the cover crops on the help menu. I didn't really say much last time we looked there. Okay. Go like this. All the way around here. It is a natural fertilizer, but it doesn't get up to the level that we need for spinach. It gives you like 50 or 60 units of nitrogen. That's about it. I don't know what the unit is. I need to go in third person for this one to see what's going on. Where do I find tutorial for recalibration? The farm sim channel in our Discord. You can also find it on the page for the farm stick on the Thrustmaster website. But if you just grab it from the Discord, it's probably the easiest place to do it. I know, we got our first tractor. Isn't this nice? So much better. So much better. You should learn how to make mods, dude. I wouldn't be able to stream and make mods. All of the mod creators I know are like borderline full-time, dude. Like, it sounds like it takes so much time and effort. I would rather commission a mod. If I really wanted a mod to happen, I would rather pay an experienced modder to do it than take thousands of hours learning how to make mods, you know? What if you stream making mods? Nobody would watch that. I'll be honest with you. I don't think I could get anybody to watch that. I don't think I'm interested enough with talking and explaining what I'm doing to be able to get people to watch mod making. I'm sure there's people out there who can make that entertaining, but I am not one of them, that's for sure. I need the game to put in more work for me, you know? You know what, Artie? Because you rudely said answer to that, I am not going to answer your question. That was so rude, dude. I'm not going to answer your question now. Just put the camera on your feet, problem solved. That's true, that would work. Would that be interesting though? I don't think you have to mod with your feet. Although I don't think that's the idea. I don't think that's what people want, is it? Hi, thanks for the follow on TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. People would watch you watch paint dry. That's not true. That's not true. I have a hard enough time getting you guys to watch things like Kerbal Space Program, let alone watching paint dry. Put Minecraft parkour and Subway Surfers in the other corner. That's true. That would do it. That would do it. Ryan and Miguel, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. Appreciate that. I know you would, John. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I do actually believe you when you say stuff like that. I'd love watching you play Kerbal Space Program. Okay, we are going to play some Kerbal Space Program today, like later near the end of stream. So I'll take you up on that. We'll see if that's true. Show more cleavage while modding. Oh, that's my bad. That's my bad. Okay, I'll get on that. I'll have to go shopping for some better shirts or borrow something from Amy. Sparx watches paint dry. Sounds like fun. No, worse. This might actually be worse than watching paint dry, to be honest with you. What about Busbound? I don't think I want to do more Busbound today, but I do want to do more Busbound. I'm going to get it launched without the capture card for TikTok, so I can launch it in 4K. And then I'll do some Busbound later this week. I think that would be a blast. KSP, I heard KSP when? Later today. We're doing it today. We're doing it today. We're going to send more Kerbals to space, of course. Do I like bologna? Yeah, it's not bad. Like a fried bologna sandwich is pretty good. Almost done with the mulch. And then what are we doing? Cover crop? I do want to see if we get a drill. If we could get a drill for our price, that would be very nice. Hi, Cup. How's it going? Welcome in. And Michael, thanks for the follow. Red, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well, guys. How many am I going to kill this time? I'm not killing any more Kerbals. That was a freak accident. That was a freak accident. We are going back to either the moon or Minmus. But that was insane, dude. Rhino, thanks for that follow on Twitch. No, I won't kill any more Kerbals. It was a freak accident that had to do with the UI. It was almost borderline a bug. I probably could have revived the Kerbals in that case, but I had no way of doing it without like console commands. So I said that was it. That's the lore. It's part of the lore, dude. Valentina will be our new pilot. Want to see you kill the alien dude again? That's terrible. That's terrible. What should I do after I've got some chickens and some vehicles in Farms at 25? Whatever you want, really. I mean, pick another industry and get into it. Pick a product and do that. Pick another thing to farm. The world is your oyster at that point. Game from TikTok, had to get you on desktop. Can't wait for that KSP. Hell yeah, Rhino. Thank you so much. Welcome over to Twitch. I appreciate you. Yeah, I mean, it's up to you guys. When we do Kerbal, I think the last hour of Kerbal would be good. If we hit that overtime hour with the 60 subs, I can either do that as Kerbal or farm sim, depending on when we hit it. First sheep, now Kerbals. I can't remember which one I killed first. I think you're right. I think I killed the sheep and then killed the Kerbals, dude. Nathan and Mabarito, thanks for the follows on TikTok. Appreciate that. Have you farmed in real life? I have farmed in real life. In fact, my experience farming in real life was awfully close to exactly what's happening on stream right now. It just wasn't spinach, but it was a tractor that looked a lot like this. Same brand, basically this same size field as well. We had a garden growing up. And so we did a lot of work on the tractor on the garden. So very similar to what you're seeing on screen. In fact, I feel like a little bit like I'm there right now. Once we get a little cultivator, actually, if we got a little rototiller, it would be exactly what I grew up doing. This tractor with a rototiller would be like 1-to-1. And then we would have to plant potatoes and corn. Would be
gifted a tier 1 subscription to Rhino 2727.
No way. Bannon, thank you for that gifted sub over to Rhino, dude. I appreciate that. I'm assuming that's for coming over from TikTok. Bannon, thank you so much. That was super nice. Right on time, too. Right. Oh, never mind. Oh, no. Right on time for the ad break. That's crazy. He's got it. Wait, in farm sim, you can get farm animals, or is it just plants and stuff? Oh, animals? Yeah, animals. You can do fish. Like, you can fish farm now. There's like 40 or 50 different plants. What else can you farm? Yeah, it's kind of nuts, dude. There's tons to do in farm sim. Here we go. They have every tractor I've driven in real life, but no maps of the South UK, which is annoying, or it'd be quite realistic. It'll happen. It'll happen. Give it a little more time, and we'll see it. We've been getting more UK maps lately, so I think there's a pretty good chance. Pretty good chance of seeing it again. Onions are fun. We do have onions. Onions are a really fun thing to farm. They're another one of those crops that are a little hard to do at a small scale, but they are better than spinach for a small scale ability, I guess. Yep, there's grapes and olives. You're right. There's vineyards as well. So grapes are just tons of fun. Olives are cool. They're not quite as interesting as grapes, but they are pretty cool. Okay. Let's go see if we could get a drill and put in a cover crop without cultivating. Otherwise, I might just buy a small cultivator and see how we do. Potatoes can be fun. Potatoes are really fun as a multiplayer playthrough, actually. All right, we're going to drop this right here. Send that back because that's a rental. And yeah, let's see if we could drill in a cover crop. Maybe I think I still will tough it out either way. So cedars. That's a drill. That is not a drill. This is a drill. No way. Well, that's sure nice. So is that one. What's the difference? Well, 5.2 meters and 4 meters. Same horsepower. Okay. Never mind. We are going to drill in a cover crop. That's amazing. Assuming we can support that. And this can fertilize, but we're obviously not going to fertilize a cover crop. That's a big one. I hope we have the horsepower to actually pull that off. And are those seeds right there? Those are seeds. I don't know if we can manually fill this with this. Might need to buy a bigger bin. Oh, we can. Oh my god, can I use the step too? That's sick. Dude, I love this mod. It's so good. There we go. Now that's only 200 liters out of... Well, you could actually fill it by hand. That would work. I wouldn't be spending any extra money on seeds either. Oh my god, I didn't realize I opened the thing on the tractor. Look at this. That's cool. I meant to do it on the Oh, the only problem is it stops me from doing it on the implement. Otherwise, that's sick. Okay. Well, I guess... Am I going to do all the fields? I better do all the fields, right? I think maybe we do a big bag of seeds. 1,000 liters of seeds, though? I don't think we'll need that many. I'm going to do 2 more like this. Because I think it's about the same price anyways. So we may as well save our money where we can. Am I using mods from King Mods? No, everything you see is from ModHub. Dump those in. And we won't put the fertilizer. I'll do the fertilizer when we get... when we
Rhino
plant the other crop.
2727 gifted a tier
Chat
1
for,
subscription to Harry Graham 77.
Rhino, thank you for the... Rhino, thank you for the gifted sub over to Harry, dude. I appreciate that. What the heck was that for? That's so funny. I'm pretty sure Rhino just got a gifted sub. Can't pick this up. There we go. Chat. Should I be fertilizing separately? Or does it make sense to fertilize with the planter for precision farming? What's going to give me a better result for precision farming? Maybe we try both. Maybe we do a little bit of testing and find out if one gives us a better result. It won't cost me very much to do one over the other. You know what? I am going to do that. I am going to do that. I will probably give it another hit of lime after we do this cover crop, but we'll see. Okay, so we want oilseed radish. And we're oversized now, so we need... Oh, I don't have flashers. Okay, that's fine. Chat, please know that I did try and do my hazards, but this tractor doesn't have hazards. So, I've got my sign on the back. That's going to have to be good enough. A big planter, dude. Rhino, thank you for that gifted sub over to Harry. And the Fast Driver, thank you for the follow on Twitch as well, dude. I appreciate that. Are these on console? Yeah. All these mods, I'm almost certain are on console. I don't think we're using anything that wouldn't be. This is all kind of reskin stuff. So, yes. All right, where do we position this? Like this. Do I have a loan? I have an $80,000 loan now. So I just bought 2 more fields. So yes, I do have a loan. Now this is going to be kind of hard to line up. Might do that one in first person. So we'll turn that on. No tram lines defined. We don't really need tram lines for oilseed radish. I am happy we found a drill though. Okay. Oh, we can handle it. It's not terribly fast. Yeah, stupid automatic gearbox is giving us some hassle, but... Maybe today's the day I finally put it on manual gearbox instead. And actually get it going. Yeah, look at that. Look how it's shifting all funky, dude. Oh, that's brutal. Okay, hold on. Hold on. Let's see if they fixed it. I doubt it, but let's see if they fix this shifter. Devices. Because it will go in. I mean, it's plugged into the... Oh, do I have it plugged in separate? No, I do have it plugged in. Where do I have this plugged into? I do have it plugged in as USB. Do I want it plugged into the wheel instead? Is that where this goes? Sorry, I'm learning about my own setup here real quick. Give me 1 second. Is that what this is? That plugs it directly into the wheel. Well, maybe that's a better way to do it. Hold on. Let's try it with this first. Controls, and then we would go T500 RS gear shift. So that would be like vehicle gearbox probably. Vehicle gearbox. So gear 1. Oh. Wait. Is this fixed? No way. Oh, why did it call that escape? Might still be okay. Gear 4. Gear 5. Okay. Gear 6. Gear 7. I don't know why I called that space, but that's okay. And then gear 8. Is that reverse gear though? Gear 8. I guess we'll just put that into the reverse gear. And shift group up. Why don't we go shift group up as this? And shift group down as this. Hold on, we might have it. And then changing directions, I use the paddles. Okay. Clutch should be this. Save controls? Hold on. Dude, this would be so sick. And then we have to go general settings, and we have to go... Or is it game settings? Vehicle control. No, maybe not. Where do you put that in? General settings? Can I have it reset the vehicle control actually? Or camera? Camera input. You guys saw it in general settings? General gear shift controls. Direction change. Oh, gear shift mode. Manual with clutch. Does this actually work now? Dude. Hold on. I'm just going to disconnect from this real quick. Unable to start engine. Gear selected and clutch is not engaged. No way. You can't shift without the clutch. Third. Fourth. Oh, maybe do I only have 4 gears? And I can change gear group to low. And then that also changes... Dude! This works in Farm Sim now? Are you kidding me? No freaking way. No freaking way. Oh my god. Holy, it rips in fourth, dude. Now, the only thing is, it automatically engine brakes, so it won't max out the RPM. It's not super realistic. So, like, if you downshift, it just automatically brings the speed down. I don't know if maybe there's some sort of, like, protection in there. Like, maybe there's a setting that speedometer display value engine speed. It may still kind of, like, protect the RPM. Now it'll show my RPM instead. Oh, dude. Be cool if you could do the manual with clutch on controller. Yeah. Okay, let's see how it goes with with an implement attached. The only thing I don't like is that you can't shift into reverse, which kind of sucks. Like I still have to manually put it in reverse. But, I mean, that's just something to get used to. It's not really a big deal. So now we go into reverse, and it just has all the gears of the reverse gear. Do I have neutral and reverse? I do. It even rolls in neutral as well. I could just shift it into reverse. Oh, it doesn't even count that. It has to go into one of the first four. Okay. Now in forward gears. Okay. See how we do. So turn this on. Get some speed built up. Then to third. Doesn't like third. So it seems like it's just a matter of like picking the correct gear. So I can keep it in second or whatever this is. The headlands separately. Oops, I planted on the other guy's field. My bad. Oh, that's way more consistent. How much overlap we got with that? That's about perfect, actually. If I just keep that width. Oh my god, that's sick. I wonder if there's a button to change it between manual and automatic as well. That'd be kind of a nice keybind if it's possible. What's the map name? The map is called Nadenthal. Now I'm gonna have to figure out my shifter and farm stick on the desk for this. I blame you. Dude, this didn't work for so long. In Farmstead 22, it didn't work, and then 25 came out, and I tried it, and it didn't work. And now it's just like, no problem. It just figured it out. Oh, that is lovely. That is lovely. We should probably go to the other end of the field. I'll do the headland last. We'll pick up from there. Start on the other end of the field. Now, this one will be kind of tough because I have to do this without hitting the gate or the fence. Miss a little bit for the sake of the headland. Be careful along the fence. Go a little bit to the left. And then we could just rip it in a straight line from here. Go 90 degrees exactly. Like that. A little bit wavy, but that's okay. Sparx, I blame you for making me broke. Sorry. If it helps, I just spent like $400 on a sequential shifter today. I'm also going broke. I'm also going broke if that helps. Because we played Rally last night and I went, oh, I really miss my sequential handbrake, not shifter. Well, it can be a sequential shifter. That's why it's $400. But I was like, oh, I really miss having a physical handbrake. I should get another one. And then this morning I bought a physical handbrake and it was like $400, dude. Well, it's like $350 and then $400 with shipping or something like that. What does the term headland mean? So headland is the edges of the field, basically. It's just farmers want to sound fancy. So they say headland. But it's the edges of the fields. And the number of headlands is basically how many widths you go around the outside. So if somebody says, oh, I'm going to do 3 headlands on this field, it means they're going to go in a spiral kind of around the edge of the field. And then they're going to do the midlands or the insides, whatever you want to call it. And those are the up and down lines on the inside. So you hear some people talk about whether they do headlands or midlands first. And it totally depends on what you're doing. So if you're harvesting, you do the headlands first. If you're planted like I am, you'll do the midlands first. Of course, I've kind of done a combination here. And then it's very up in the air on what's the best for plowing. I'm a midlands first kind of guy for plowing, but that gets some kickback sometimes. It's the head of the land. It's the head of the lands. Yeah, exactly. That's a funny way to put it, but it is 100% true. Bring that all the way up. Is Alma a good multiplayer map? I've never played Alma, but I would imagine, yeah. We're going to take out loans in this game in the finance tab. Got a little bit better than last time. A little bit of overlap. That should be perfect right there. Can I stall it if I stop? You can stall it. That's crazy. That's so good. The only thing I wish it didn't do is put that giant notification on your screen when you stalled it. I still think that's stupid. And the fact that there isn't a setting yet to turn that off is egregious, but hopefully we get that at some point. Surely all maps are good in multiplayer. What would make a bad multiplayer map? It depends what kind of multiplayer you want to do. Like, are you doing head-to-head? Are you working on the same farm? Are you just existing in the same save? Like, it would really depend on what you were doing with your multiplayer at the end of the day. Is it still seeding after shutting off? This one doesn't need power, so yes, this one will still seed, but it's just being driven by the fact that it's moving. I'm not sure about the ones that actually need a like a PTO or something like that. Those ones may not. This one seeds under its own wheel power. So no need to turn it on and off, basically. Dude, the fact that we can play in manual now makes me so happy. There's just some machines where I wouldn't want to do it, like logging harvesters. I don't think you'd want to drive in standard, but I wonder if they need to be. Like, now are all vehicles in standard, or is there a way to switch between automatic and standard? Does this RPM thing work now? No. I am a little bit curious about that. What's your record time on a save? I think 450 hours is still our best. I think we had one in Farms of 22 that gets close. Hatan, I'm pretty sure we were around 450. But we did have a vineyard in Farms of 22 that we also spent a few hundred hours on. That one might have got close as well. We would have actually spent more time on that map, but Farms of 25 came out, so we stopped at that point. Standard automatic? Standard automatic. What are we talking about? What completes a save for you? Whatever. Like, I always set my own goals, and then whenever I finish those goals, then the save is done. But you really do set your own goals for that. There's automatic boxes and manual. Yeah, correct. But like, I don't know if the game accounts for the fact that some vehicles are automatic and some are not. I think if you change the setting, you just get what you get. What makes you have a really long playthrough? Stuff like this. Stuff like starting with no money and taking the time to use crappy equipment. The reason... See, the game naturally has long playthroughs. The reason so many people have such short playthroughs is because they're skipping all of the good gameplay by giving themselves too much off the start, using government subsidies, taking out huge loans. They're losing out on a lot of the naturally long playthroughs that this game does just have. When you actually take the time to use the smaller, crappier equipment, you're going to have way longer playthroughs. But it's more like the game naturally wants to give you a long playthrough. It's just players seem to mod and cheat their way into slow playthroughs or into fast playthroughs, and then wonder why they're not getting 400 hours, right? How long do you reckon this playthrough will last? So I think this is going to be a shorter playthrough. I would be surprised to see this one hit 250 hours. I think this one will come in somewhere around 150 to 200. That being said, the hand tools on their own, like our hand tool phase and the fact that we started with those gave us an extra 20 hours of playthrough just on hand tools. And so that, I mean, maybe we will pass 200. I'm really not, I really wouldn't be as surprised now that I've seen the effect that the hand tools have. Be a little bit close. Try that. How many into the hours of this playthrough are we? About 20 hours into this playthrough. And for context, we just got our first tractor today. So it's kind of nuts that, you know, you can be into 20 hours into a playthrough and get your first tractor. But that's, yeah, it's hand tools, baby. Do you want this one to last, or is it just a filler till the next expansion? No, I want this one to last. I think a North American playthrough has a lot of potential as a high volume farming, like long playthrough. Lots of trucking, lots of pallets, huge fields. I think there's a lot of potential with the North American playthrough, to be honest with you. I wonder if we can get third gear out of this. No, we can't. The manual doesn't quite work quite properly. It's still very basic. It really doesn't reward any like good RPM behavior, but it is more fun than automatic, that's for sure. Andrew, thanks for that follow on TikTok. And Mimo Day, thank you for the follow on TikTok as well. Pallets are the bane of my existence. That's okay, because the game allows you to skip it entirely. You can play this entire game without touching a pallet, with the exception of some animals. That's it. It's pretty much with the exception of chickens. That's it. We talked about doing how goats and I think it's goats. How goats you need to handle the milk pallets, but the more I think about it, the more I think you might be able to fill up those pallets into a bulk trailer and not have to touch them. So you actually might be able to do goats without pallets as well. Chickens, you don't have a choice. If you do chickens, you do pallets. But that's why chickens are boring. Just do this headland here real quick. Go over a little bit more. All the way to the fence. And I don't know why I stopped so early on that one. I must have pressed the button way ahead of time. We'll give that a little tweak. We'll scoot over a little bit. I'm shocked you didn't call it a turn row. I just have so much space on the edges of the fields. I just ran it off the side, to be honest with you. Get that last little bit. I also do not have to be precise with this because this is oilseed radish. Just has to get in the field. I don't really care what it looks like or what the yield looks like. And then did I miss anything on this edge? A little bit. We could probably give that a little bit more love here. I'm gonna hit my fence, maybe not. No, we're good. I didn't put that dead zone back on that devices. Oh, they're on. Okay. Yeah, let's hit the other fields now. So those two are done. Look pretty good. Oh, I got one more row on this one. My bad. Right here. Okay, awesome. There's a Kingsmod mod that makes the manual gearbox way more realistic with the RPM and stuff, but as I said, King mod, so consoles can't get it. Ah, that's okay. I'm gonna I'm gonna play around with the base game one, because honestly, like the fact that there's a manual gearbox in base game is quite surprising. I did not expect them to fix that. I thought they were just gonna leave it broken like they did in 22. But really nice to see. Trav, thank you for the follow on TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. Welcome in. Is there missed? Yeah, there's missed parts of this line too. What happens when you do two fields at the same time? I'm just gonna go all the way around. Bryden, thanks for the follow. Sparx, you lied. The test alarm did go off. Where? Where are you? Aren't you in like Quebec? Was it a Canada-wide test? Sorry about that. In BC. Oh, okay. Everyone's testing it right now. It's been a while since we've had a real one go off, so that makes sense. Back when I was in Hinton, we'd get them 5 times a day when the wildfires were going. It was crazy. It's probably why they're testing them now. Manual worked on some. It was like 2 pieces of gear in all of Farmstead 22 where manual gearbox worked. And if you didn't have those, then you couldn't use it. There we go. Perfect. Let's do the far field first. And then I'll just do one headland and I'll finish with a full headland. Sparx, is there a sim game to learn how to drive a car for kids? Sim game to learn how to drive a car for kids. There isn't one that's really dedicated. I would say one of the better ones is Taxi Life. Just because Taxi Life really doesn't encourage you to drive like fast or recklessly. BeamNG, you could use it as like that kind of thing, just because it obviously punishes you for bad driving naturally. But I don't know if there's a game that's actually dedicated to learning how to drive per se. First, you want to go to any of the 250 ceremonies this year with me? No. Good luck. Dude, if I got like 2 things a year, I'm annoyed. I want to be here playing my games, dude. Fishy Kid, thanks for the follow on TikTok, by the way. Yeah, the semi-trucks going up a hill is where you want the manual gearbox. Remember that time? Remember the time I flipped that trailer going up that hill in Hatan? I bet if we had a manual gearbox at the time, I bet that wouldn't have happened. Huh, I hope that's going in properly. That does look a little weird. And just for the sake of not having to do... Go check on that. Just for the sake of not having to do multiple rows here. Oilseed radish growing. We'll do pH before we set the spinach. Oh man, I left it on. Like how the throttle pedal actually moves. You guys type too long of comments, Homer. I gotta abbreviate sometimes. Honestly, if you put it in brackets, I will read it in my head, but I won't actually read it out loud. I usually take that as a sign that it's not required to read out loud. And so I just read that part in my head. I was late for school by 3 hours this morning to get Supermax. It's like McDonald's, but in Ireland. That's a good reason to be late, honestly. That's okay. I like that. I used to be late for work just because I like to sleep. That was the only reason. And now I'm late to stream because I don't even have a good reason. I don't know why I'm late to stream every day. Asgore, thank you for the follow on Twitch, dude. Appreciate that. Fishing, Katrina and Grayson, thanks for the follows on TikTok as well, guys. Appreciate you. Welcome in. What mod is that? This is a Ford mod, Ford tractor mod. There is a Lizard version, which I think you might need on console. And then the seeder is a John Deere seeder that Austin Farmer downloaded on my PC. So I don't know. I don't know what it is or where it came from, but it is nice. I don't know what it's called. John Deere 8350. Try that. See what happens. A little more space. Get a little closer. Yeah, that should do.
1432373
That should do. Oh, we go further away than that. Nicholas!
1050 bits.
Nicholas, stop it! Oh my god. Thank you for the 1050 bits. TTS has a horrendous time with your name, dude. Thank you for the 1050 bits. That is absolutely insane. I'm sure he's coming back for his leaderboard spot, chat. That's what happens. Oh, he's up there. Oh, no, he's not. Oh, don't tell him. He's fine. He's up there. He's fourth. That's good. Is that how old you are, Sparx? 8,350? Yes, that's how old I am. 8,350 years old, Goose. You're right. The console version is called the Lizard 10 Series SA. Yes, correct. Just search John Deere on the mod hub and scroll. You'll find the Cedar. Okay, 8350 is the model number, but yeah. It might be part of a pack, too. A good amount there too. Isaac Christian, thanks to the false. I have a problem. My wheel isn't working on farm sim. What wheel do you have and what console are you on, or what device? Could be PC. Well, what wheel and what device? This is usually when people say like some off-brand Amazon wheel. Homer.
And Oik just cheered 250 bits. There is only about 10 of them. It's for the 250 celebrations here in the States.
Oh, I don't know what that means. 250 years? Okay, well, you have to realize that when you type it like that, it looks like 250 celebrations, as in the number of celebrations. You gotta say 250 years old. It's like the state slang all over again. We don't know what that means. Homer, thank you for the 250 bits, dude. I appreciate that. Look at that, 250 bits for 250 years. That's crazy. Next year, I'll get 251 from Homer. I do the same as you on Kinlog. I own the sawmill and same farmland. What do you recommend buying next out of production or field? Same farmland. I don't know. Those onions, if I was going to do Kinlog again, I would get into onions sooner. Because we made such an insane amount of money on those onions. Doing them a little bit sooner would have been big cash, dude. I would 100% run that again. My game not centered on TikTok? It's not. What the heck? That's crazy. Why does it think that's centered? That's not centered. That's centered. That's wild. Okay, I fixed it. TikTok, it's back to normal. And installed my tractor. How do I buy bits? You don't need to buy bits, John. You don't need to buy bits. This stream is all for free. You watch it for free. Don't even worry about that. That's just Homer. That's just Homer and Nicholas getting scammed by Twitch into paying money for free content. You don't listen to them. Don't listen to them, dude. They're crazy. That's one every day almost if it was 250. One every day? I think it's by the year. Homer, what did I just say?
Oik just cheered 250 bits. Sparx, you should come to the military tribute baseball game in 2 weeks and Mountain Fest in June.
Out of all of that, baseball was the only familiar term, Homer. That was all that came through in my brain. Homer, thank you for the 250 bits. The Canadian mind cannot.
The train is
fathom
leaving the station.
Military tribute baseball game? Does the military play baseball? And what's Mountain Fest? You celebrate the mountains, right? Thank you for the 100 bits. I bought bits. Stop buying bits. Stop buying. You don't need to buy bits. They don't do anything. They do nothing. You get a voice to read your message, and that's it. It's not interesting. Yes, I'm Canadian. Rhino, thank you for the 100 bits. Homer, thank you for the 250 bits. Is that a Ford tractor or a New Holland? Well, what's the difference? No, it's Ford. It's actual Ford. Well, it's Ford pre-New Holland. Do you have any tips to get rid of stick drift on the farm stick? Yeah, it just needs to be recalibrated usually. There's a calibration guide in our Discord server, and that should get it fixed up for you. Hype train started. Chad, thank you for the level 2% hype train. I don't want to call it out because you know what happens when I call it out. Then they keep going. Is this equipment hired? No, I bought this tractor. I'm renting. Well, I'm renting the Cedar. The Cedar, I think I'd buy again. It's a little bit slow. There is a smaller one that I think we could get to go a little bit faster, but you know what? It's pulling it at 8 kilometers an hour, so I'm cool with that. When's the next tournament? Megatron, what are we talking about? What next tournament? I haven't played in a tournament in like 3 years.
Mountain Fest is 10th Mountain Division's annual celebration, and the
do you mean
military
for
tribute game is
WRC?
Memorial Day weekend for the 250-year celebration.
That's wild. I do want to come see that, Homer. Is this in New York? That was the most American sentence you've ever said. Thank you for the 240 bits. 245 bits. That was crazy. That's the most American sentence I've ever read. Yeah, you know what? I do want to come see that. Where is this? Dearja, thank you for the 80 streak, by the way. I appreciate that. It's too big of a seeder for this tractor, but the beauty of this seeder is it doesn't require any PTO power. It's entirely driven by its wheels. And so as long as you can pull it, it operates at the speed that you're pulling it at. So it's kind of a cool little piece of tech, really. Doesn't matter how fast you pull it, it's gonna work. Now I don't know how the game actually calculates that. It might be a little less friendly to it, but that's how it actually runs. I have old news. I was told tourneys here are wild.
Enlarging Duck
What?
5 just subscribed
I have
with
old
Prime.
news. I was told
Got
tournament.
some internal combustion
Megatron,
now.
are you talking about rally? Or what kind of tournaments are we talking about? And Largy, thank you for the Prime sub for 2 months, dude. I appreciate that.
Yes,
We do have some
both
internal
are in New
combustion
York.
now.
Baseball game is in Cooperstown, home
Okay.
of Baseball Hall of Fame.
Don't know what
And
that
10th
is.
Mountain Division is at Fort Drum, New York.
Don't know where that is, but that sounds good. Do you guys have good weather in New York now, Homer? We're getting warm weather now here, finally. Hooking up to the racing tractor, you know what? This probably would work on the racing tractor. What shifter do you have? Mine won't work. The Thrustmaster T8HA shifter, the metal one. And I have it plugged directly into the PC instead of the wheel, and that seems to be working. What do you have? No, I know what a Hall of Fame is. I'm just being silly. I do know what a Hall of Fame is. Oh my God, Homer! Thank you for the 245 bits.
And Oik just
Homer,
cheered
you can send messages without the
245
bits. The messages
It
are
is
free.
currently 42 degrees Fahrenheit and cloudy and rainy.
Okay. That actually sounds lovely. That's like my ideal temperature, dude. Homer, thank you for the 245 bits. That's actually a little bit cold, surprisingly. That sounds nice. I'd like that. Turtle Beach Velocity Multi-Shift. You might be out of luck with the Turtle Beach. You might be out of luck. Is there a way to plug it directly into your PC or directly into your console instead of plugging it into the wheel? Yeah, Turtle Beach might not be compatible at all with it, but if you can plug it directly into the device, that might work better. That's how mine's plugged in. Update, my wheel works, just not when my controller's plugged in. That's weird. At least you got it figured out. That's good. Did all the hairline jokes get to you? That's how I'm wearing a hat today? It is not. I'm wearing a hat because we're playing Kerbal Space Program later. And it's my Kerbal Space Program hat. It's actually my Lego hat, but that's okay. Fishing got it out on TikTok. What are you doing,
I will
dude?
get you into some behind the scenes stuff. Rolling on the 4 laughing emoji. Rolling on the 4 laughing emoji. Rolling on the 4 laughing emoji. Like driving a tank.
I can drive a tank? I can drive a tank? I'm moving to America, chat. They get tanks over there. I'm sorry. I've never driven a tank. That's actually partially not true. I have driven an armored vehicle in Canada, but I haven't driven a tank. Tank's cooler than a lav, so I'm going over there, dude. Nicholas, okay. Homer, thank you for the 245 bits. Fishing Kid, thank you for the galaxy on TikTok. That's insane. Please don't spend that much money on my TikTok. That's crazy, but seriously, thank you. I do appreciate it. Now, you better cut that out. Nicholas, you too. That's the same amount. That's the same amount. The 1,200 bits. Now you're at the top of the bits leaderboard, I'm sure. Yeah, that's Nicholas is now at the top. Nicholas, thank you for the 1,200 bits. You're at the top of the leaderboard. Cut it out. You're done. You're done. You're cut off. Oh my God. Canadians don't get their own tanks? No, you gotta buy your tanks around here, apparently. You can't just drive them. How can you stall your tractors? You just let the clutch up. If you let the clutch up, you go. Sometimes I do it when I'm talking to chat. I let the clutch up. Also, I just started driving standard today because it used to not work, and now I tried again today and it's working. So I'm not quite in the flow yet. Are you hiding the man bun? I'm not hiding the man bun this time. I'm getting there though. I can almost have one. Nicholas, stop! Stop!
For you 302 just cheered 1,550 bits.
Nicholas, that's enough from you, buddy. Thank you for the 1550 bits. You're now at like 3,000. No, it's fine. Don't say W, Nicholas. We're trying to turn down this behavior. This is bad. Nicholas, you cut that out. You're at the top of the leaderboard. You did it. You're there. No need. Thank you for all the bits. Please do not buy any more bits. Primitive, stop. That's not funny. It's not funny. Trucker, thank you for the follow. Isabel, thank you for the follow as well. Yes, this is a Ford 6600, I guess. It's pretty good. It's a little bigger than the tractor I grew up with, but it's painted the same. So I wanted to get something. I wanted to get something close, you know. Isabel Tucker, thanks for those follows, guys. I appreciate that. Bob, thank you for that heart on TikTok. Put this down. We'll get our headland here. I'm hiding my bald spot. Exactly. No, look, it's my Lego space hat. I want to do it for when we play KSP, dude. Sparx, if I get a buzz cut, will you? No. No. I've never met you in real life. Why would I get a buzz cut just because you're getting a buzz cut, dude? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. All right, let's do our last field here. Try not to wreck this other guy's field. Frederick, thanks for the follow. I got 150 horsepower one. It's worth the money. I don't need that much horsepower yet, so I'm going cheap. Cheap to maintain, cheap to buy, and then I can use my money for other money-making stuff. Because 150 horsepower for me right now would be overkill. It would just be unnecessary purchase. Okay, we want to leave a decent amount for the headlands here. And we can hit that on the next pass.
Just cheered 2,321 bits.
And go right
because
that.
I win.
Homer, we've been over this, buddy. That's enough out of you. I'm gonna start whispering into this mic. I'm gonna put it on binaural mode, and it's gonna be like I'm talking directly into your ears, and everybody's gonna be upset that we're on an ASMR stream now because you keep sending bits. Homer, cut it out. Last one. Please do it. No, I don't like how into it you were. I don't like how into it you were, dude. Use a T248R, Evil. It's pretty good. Just go side to side again like the last one. What's your graphics settings? Does it look so good? It's mostly high, some medium on the shading and stuff like that, but mostly just high graphics. And then I think I'm using DLSS. I like DLSS now. It's way better than it used to be. And like, look how smooth that is. I don't know if it's smooth for you guys on TikTok, but it's pretty buttery on my end, that's for sure. Please do it. Please don't do it. You guys are 50-50 split. That's crazy. What's your setup? Like my PC. The PC is a 4070 Ti, an i9, and 32 gigs of RAM. Your CPU actually matters a lot for Farm Sim because it's very CPU heavy. The other thing is there's a little bit of a funky trick that has nothing to do with your graphic settings. Stop playing this game at noon. Like the game looks bad when it's noon and when it's cloudy out. Play this game when the sun is low and the shadows are nice and long. It just looks better at that time of day. Video games don't do a good job of making noon look good, and your game will just look better if you play it at like this time of day. It's kind of crazy. Lots of games are like that too. I was giggling at people that have heavy shaders. It looks like an oil painting. I know. Or they get a graphics mod, and all the graphics mod does is like blast the sharpness so it looks like an Instagram filter. Oh my god, those are so goofy, dude. I mean, if it looks good to them, that's the important part. But when I see like an image that has the sharpening up at 200%, like, so silly. It's so silly, but they like the look of it, I guess. The only thing that would probably make this look a little more realistic is a little bit of desaturation. Farm Sim is still a little too saturated. If it got a little bit of desaturation, I think that would make it look a little more realistic. And I do notice some mod maps have the saturation turned down, which looks pretty good. I mean, we could turn the saturation down ourselves as well. I think we'd have to use some sort of filter like NVIDIA, but... Oh, did I pick this up? Oh, I did pick it up. Oops. My bad. Get it fixed. What version of Farmstead 25 is this? The one? What are you asking? What version of Farmstead 25 is this? It's just Farmstead 25. I don't know what that means. I like in terms of DLCs? I mean, I have the Highlands Fishing DLC, but you're not looking at anything from Highlands Fishing. It's just regular Farmstead 25. DLSS 5.0, if you have a 50 series card, has gotten insanely better. FrameJet has gotten insanely better. It has. It's insane. And I bought a 40 series card and it got better. I remember back in the day when DLSS first dropped, it was junk. Like, you got nothing out of it.
Gifted 11
and now DLSS, like, it like doubles your frame rate in some games. It's insane. I'm not talking about that DLSS thing where it like does the AI generated graphics like filter. That's not what I mean by DLSS. I don't know what that's called, but the frame gen is awesome. Oh, Mer, thank you for the 10 gifted subs, dude. Those were, oh my god, those went to Stefan, Zufrick, Sol, Vandik, Steineria. I really hope I didn't just make their name sound like diarrhea. And it's not, but Steineria potentially. Also Lafonzio, Python, Nagashi, Big Mike, Kilted, and Lynx. Thank you for the 10 gifted subs. Homer, you've put us at just about half of the way to our overtime goal today. We're at 25 out of 60 for some overtime. Thank you so much for getting us there with the 10 subs, dude. Super nice. What do you think you'd be able to put GPS on a tractor like this IRL? Yeah, so you can put GPS on just about anything in real life. It's not really that hard to do. If you can screw a GPS stick onto the back of it, you can put GPS on it. Now it's not going to be quite as good as like a natively integrated one, but you can get it there. You just have to like autopilot's going to require native integration with autopilot. But in terms of just having a little screen that you could follow, I think you could do it. What I've heard is you could buy a GPS receiver that connects to your phone, and then you could just put a phone mount on, and that'll work, which is crazy, but I guess it works. It was 11. Oh, Homer wanted to be on the top of the leaderboard. I gotcha. All right, Homer, you did it. Now you just have to get a clip with more views than Palms, and you'll be on all 3 leaderboards. That's crazy. I have officially graduated from school. Tyler, congratulations, dude. That is awesome. John says, do you think I should get a game on...
Subscribed with Prime.
Hold on, let me get this first.
Hi,
Motorhead.
Sparx.
Hi, Motorhead. Thank you for your Prime sub, dude. I appreciate you. Thanks for being here for 4 months. Not a new badge, but thank you for the Prime sub and welcome in. Do you think I should get a PC if I want to get good mods and get games on Steam like BeamNG and other sim games? Yes, it is worth it. I think the benefits of PC, I mean, you summed up 2 of them. Games that are PC exclusive, which are always fantastic. I think the other thing that you missed out on there was simulator gear, like good simulator gear. Button panels, joysticks, wheels, like all sorts of cool stuff. Screens, all of that you have to have a PC for. Dual joysticks you have to have a PC for. The benefits of getting a PC are there. It's just a matter of budget. PC is always better than console. It's just a matter of budget. That's it. The only way that I would say a console is better than a PC, other than budget, is everything is plug and play. You don't spend any time configuring a console in any way. All the updates are managed automatically. All of the things that you can plug into it, the peripherals, they're good to go. They work. So for somebody who doesn't want to spend a bunch of time messing around with PC settings, console there is a genuine benefit there. But other than that, like PC's the way to go. I mean, obviously, but spend $5,000 on something, you would hope. Tyler dropped out and playing Farm Sim would have been way more fun. No, go to school. Do not drop out and play Farm Sim. That's a bad plan. Trust me, I would know. Trust me, I would know. Minimum 2 or no. So what I've been doing is basically for every sub, we used to do 50 bits for an hour, or 50 subs for an hour of overtime. Now we just do a minute for every sub. So minute for every sub is what we're doing. That's already 26 minutes. Nicholas, cut it out, dude. Nicholas, how come every time you come here, I have to yell at you about bits? What's going on, buddy? Well, Homer, you've lost your position. You get to keep the sub one, but Nicholas has got you in the bits department. Nicholas, thank you for the 2,000 bits, dude. That's really generous. I hope that this is reasonable for you. Homer.
And Oik just cheered 2,000 bits.
Okay. Nicholas and Homer, we did this a week ago. We're not doing it again today. Put it on pause. Put it on pause. Just let the leaderboards be what they are. They don't matter. They don't get you anything. Nothing happens. You get a silly little badge. That's it. That's it. You get a badge. That's all you get. Just stop it. Just leave it.
Nicholas 143237381924302 just cheered 2,200 bits.
Nicholas and Homer, cut it out. Thank you for all the bits. I appreciate you. Just let it die. Let it die. Leave it be. Just wherever it is. Angela and NC24, thank you for the follows on TikTok, guys. I appreciate that. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being respectful viewers that watch for free. Unlike Nicholas and freaking Homer. Keep doing it because it's entertaining. It's not. It's not entertaining. As Homer, thank you for the 2,200 bits. Guys, thank you for making the big numbers on the leaderboards. Now watch for free. Put this on your TV. Don't touch your phone. Just put it on a screen that you can't touch, okay? Appreciate that. Now cut it out. Evil, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that as well. If anything, invest in subs for the overtime goal. Oops, I accidentally shifted this. Well, I'm going to be honest with you. Like, after all the bits, I may as well do that hour of overtime. I think that's... Just because these nincompoops seem to want to do bits instead of subs, I think I'll give you guys the hour of overtime because these two are nearly at 20,000 bits between the two of them, which is more than the subs would have been anyways. So I'll give you guys the hour of overtime because Nicholas, thank you for the 1,300 bits. I appreciate that. Listen, I'll just give it to you guys. The hour of overtime, you got it. Anything to make them stop. Tell you what, if you guys stop right now, I'll do the hour of overtime without the subs. Deal? If you stop right now. I mean, I'm going to have to do it anyways, unfortunately. But, Homer, thank you for the racing. Thank you for the 10 bits. Homer, thank you for the 1350. Spirit, thank you for the 250. It's a bit wars. It's a bit wars, unfortunately. Magic said, thank you for the 2 bits. Magic says, because why not?
Spirit Chronic just cheered 250 bits. It's a bits wars.
Do 2 hours and it's a deal? I think I genuinely could commit to 2 hours, and I don't think they would stop, to be fair. Who's in the lead right now? How is this going? Homer's in the lead with 9,350. Homer, did you do one more bit than Nicholas? That's disrespectful. That's rude. Homer, you're losing points for unsportsmanlike conduct with that one, dude. That is crazy. He keeps doing the penny of disrespect. Yeah, I see that. That is the penny of disrespect. It's like going to an auction and outbidding somebody by a 1 cent every time, dude. Guys, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Yeah, time him out. Get him out of here. Good use. Good use of your timeout, Goose. I like that. I like that. Oh my God. It works on the Price is Right? Does it? I've never actually seen the Price is Right. All right, these are planted. These are good to go. Look at those beautiful fields. So let's take this back. I'm going to keep this. No, I'll re-rent it. No, I'll keep it. It's not going to cost us anything to keep. Let's just put this off to the side real quick. Nicholas!
819243302 just cheered 1,050 bits.
You two are grounded. You two are grounded. Not another one. I do not want to see this hit. I think I spoke too late. I think it's already hit 10K for one of them. Guys, stop it! Nicholas, thank you for the 1,050 bits. Appreciate that. I don't know about you, but I'm pretty entertained. Well, I'm not entertained. I'm the opposite of entertained. I'm entertained. No, I don't think that's a real thing, but I'm detained? That's something else.
And Oik just cheered 1,050 bits.
Okay, it's a 10,000 for both of them now. Okay, we passed 10,000. Homer and Nicholas, we passed 10,000. We did it. We did it. We're done. Okay, thank you guys so much. Now enough. They don't want 2 hours of overtime? Well, I'm going to have to do the hour of overtime because 20,000 bits between the two of you is insanity. So I will do the hour of overtime. I I have to now. That's crazy. Are you not entertained? No, I'm entertained by my video game, which I get to play for free and you guys get to watch for free. All right, that is good to go. Chat, what do we have to do here? How much do you get per bit? 1 cent per bit. 1 cent per bit is how much I get. I think these are all good. Beautiful. And then we'll spray it with lime in the spring. Do we have to do anything over the winter? I don't think so. 10,000. We got water in here. We can empty this. Oh, see, this is. So this is like, this doesn't have gears. So maybe some things will be automatic. Oh, that's kind of nice. I don't have to fill it up yet. I'm just going to leave it where it is. That means you get 10K from this cents. It's like 200 bucks. 10,000 bits is $100 basically. I didn't get $10,000 from this stream, no. Homer needs to go to AA for bits. Homer and Nicholas need to go to AA for bits. Yes, I agree with that. All right, so we have to sell our we're gonna sell our mushrooms, I think, in January. Mushrooms. What is triticale? I've never heard of that before. Mushrooms. Just gotta double check. In January. Okay, that's awesome. Right? Have to do anything until then? I don't think so. I think we're good to go. Okay. We'll go to January, I guess. That's crazy skipping that much time. We'll just have to get water at some point. So I'll go till 9 each day. It will be good. Oats is up there if you do the grain mill for cereal. For cereal, don't you need to do grapes though? Which is not onions. You don't make grapes out of onions. Raisins. Don't you need grapes for raisins if you do that? Cows are fun. TMR for cows is fun. Yeah. Skip that again. If Sparx got $1 for every bit, he'd be encouraging it. I would encourage it less, literally, because this stream is free, and I don't think you should have to pay money to watch the stream. Yeah, in fact, you don't need to pay money to watch the stream. I appreciate it, but it gets to the point where I start worrying about you. Like, it's like 100 bits, that's fun. Tossing somebody $1, that's fun. When we get into like the 10,000s, that's what I like. That's like feel bad territory, because I feel like people are then just like wasting money. Because it's like, you can waste $1 or $2. That's fun. 250 bits, that's fun. But like 10,000, that's when I start to get like I start to feel bad about it. Yeah. Oh no, I didn't fill it up with water. Shoot, I probably should have done it there, but that's okay. Sparx, according to Wikipedia, triticale is a hybrid of wheat and rye. Okay, good to know. So then how do you pay your bills? I mean, we got sponsors. I get ad rev. Let the big companies pay for all of our fun stuff at the end of the day. Like, I don't like taking money from people. I will provide a service for companies. I'll give them shout outs and use their products and all that stuff. And that can fund all the fun stuff that we do. The one thing I don't like about streaming is there's a culture of like people just giving money, which makes me feel bad, you know? Streamers can't feel bad about taking people's money. I mean, you'd probably be a richer streamer if you didn't. Motorhead, thank you for the 100 bits. See, like that one's fun. Prime subs, that's another good one. That's Amazon giving us money. You know, it's literally your job. That part doesn't have to be, you know. I missed your call. I didn't even see it, Benny. You're gonna have to resend it, dude. Donner, thanks for the shares on TikTok. Do you know anything about American farming too? I know it's on the way. That's all I know about American farming. That's all I got. But yeah, Prime subs are fine. One of my favorite YouTubers, this guy's got me into SnowRunner addiction. I got you, Mighty. I see. I'll show you guys good games and good gear. Waste your money on that. Waste your money on the games that we play and the gear that we use so you actually get something out of it, you know? Okay, Motorhead, stop it. Is Factor still paying you? Because you shut them out at least once a week? No, I like organically use Factor. We did a month of sponsored streams with Factor, and that was like 6 months ago. Now it's just genuinely something that I like, a service that I use. It's lovely. Motorhead, thank you for the 300 bits. It's X 3 miles for my credit card, so maybe talk to them and I'll stop. You get air miles for Twitch purchases? That's insane, dude. I probably could push the water tank on the back of the tractor. Or what I could do is I could get the forks for the tractor and load it up like that. I actually have to get the forks for the tractor. Oh no, I don't. Not yet. I could use our lift instead. Have you seen the new DayZ game that's called Adam or something like that? No, I don't think so. I'm iffy on DayZ-like games, but I could take a look. Sab, thank you for the follow on TikTok. New water tank coming soon. Yeah, we might buy one we can pull with the tractor instead. But it's still a lot of money, so I don't want to do that yet. I just passed on the sub I got from earlier because I was going to sub myself anyways. I wanted a little bit of the fun. I figured that's what happened, Rhino. That was very nice of you. Thank you for doing that. How do I sub with Amazon Prime? Okay, so if you have an Amazon Prime account, and if you're on TikTok, listen to this, because you may be on TikTok because you don't like ads on Twitch, but you can get rid of the ads on Twitch for free. So if you have an Amazon Prime account, all you need to do is go to your settings in Twitch, sign in, like link your Amazon Prime account, and then you will get a free sub every month for one channel. You can use it on any channel you want. So in the case of this channel, once you link it, just go command Prime in chat and then click that link, and there'll be a little button, little checkbox that says subscribe with Prime, and it's just a free sub. You don't pay for it. You're already paying for it if you have Amazon Prime. If you have somebody in your family that has Amazon Prime and they don't use it, like they don't watch Twitch, just have them sign in on your account, and link their Prime to yours and use their sub. Yeah. Yeah, DG says dad gets my Prime every month. Exactly. Oh, you mean my dad gets your Prime every month? No, I got you. That makes sense. I thought you meant your dad. You use your dad's Prime every month. I've got a metal credit card that give me triple for everything. You got a metal credit card? That's sick, dude. How do I get a metal credit card? I think you might have to have money to get a metal credit card. I don't know if you still get free games from Prime. It used to be like that. I think they have like a game streaming service now, but that's less fun. It was more fun to get the games each month or week or something like that. Yeah. Good to know about Prime subs because I have Prime. Yeah, absolutely worth doing. The only thing the Prime subs don't do is they don't help us hit our plus goal. So if there's a streamer trying to hit their plus goal, it does have to be a tier 1 or tier 2 or tier 3 sub. But if you're just trying to watch for free, that's a good way to get no ads for that. I need a credit card that has no limit. I need a credit card that pays itself. I don't want a credit card that has no limit that I still have to pay back. I want one that pays itself off, you know? That's right. I forgot that we actually have to shift. Okay, let's go get a trailer. There we go. You know you can fill up the tank by the shop? Yeah, but you have to pay for that. So you can bring it next door and get water, but you pay for every liter. And at this rate, I cannot afford to be paying for water. So I go to get the free water instead. It's also not that much further, so I really don't mind. My wife makes me rich. Unfortunately, I'm just always at work, but I sit in my truck all day and watch you. I'm glad to give you something to watch while you work. That makes me feel good that I can give you some entertainment while you're working or something like that. Prime gives access to Luna, which has free game. Yes, that's right. Prime has access to Luna now. They did change the way it works, which it does have free games, exactly. Okay, I need a trailer to move all these mushrooms. And I kind of want to buy one, but they are a little pricey. So let's see what we could get. $6,000. I can't buy it just yet. Go a little grayer like that. $306. We'll pay that back pretty quick. In fact, once I sell these mushrooms. Once I sell these mushrooms, I can probably buy this trailer, which would be kind of nice. Dude, it's so much better with manual. Oh my god, I'm so excited. I'm so happy we tried that today. This is so much better than driving on automatic. BJ, thanks for the follow on Twitch or TikTok, dude. Appreciate that. What about the smaller trailer? It'd be less expensive, but bigger than the handcart. I probably could have purchased that one, but I want to buy this one because I can use it for spinach as well. I just have to I just have to modify it to turn it into a bin every spring, which is not so bad, honestly. Look at these boars eating the oilseed radish. I mean, technically they can eat that. That doesn't affect me at all. It's all theirs, dude. Oh, I wonder if we can get a snowplow on this. Probably not. We can put a snowblower on the back. It's probably the closest we could get. I just do it to win. Did you win, Homer? You and Nicholas, where were we at with you and Nicholas? We better give credit where credit's due. Homer, oh, by 1 bit. That was disrespectful, Homer. Bethy's actually got you guys in the sub department. Bethy's got 10. Homer's got 10. But Bethy got it first. Angela, thank you for the golden boxing gloves. I'm so sorry that I just saw that, but I appreciate that. Now, does this go high enough on that little lift? Maybe. Bring this back. I bought a manual car, been mastering that. Dude, driving standard is so much more fun. They're not as common here in North America, so when you go and like buy a car, it's a little harder to find one that's the standard, but I liked all of my standard cars better than my automatic. There we go. 2 Xbox for Farming Sim 25? Hell yeah. Play it on Xbox. It's exactly the same game over there. Okay. I'm gonna use this bad boy right here. It is not so much when you stop on a hill, though. That's true. That's true. You get real good at the hill toe maneuver pretty quick, don't you? Virtual. What the heck? Virtual, thank you so much for the raid. Welcome in. Mods, can we get a shout out for Virtual Farmer? You guys have to go give Virtual Farmer a follow. Seriously. Awesome streamer. Nice tractor. You like it, Virtual? What do you think? We just graduated from hand tools for the first time, and I got my first tractor. Actually, hold on. Hold on. YouTube thumbnail right here. Emmy will be really happy with me if I get this as a YouTube thumbnail. One sec. Go like that. I turn my map off. Hold on. We'll just go. That's probably good enough. Print screen. I don't know if that worked. I think that worked. Hold on, let me make sure that went. Oh, that's the wrong screenshots. I don't think it went.
J69
Where are my
just subscribed
screenshots?
with Prime.
What the heck? Okay, hold on. Roll Shift Alt Shift S. No, Windows Shift S. I can't do it well. Control Shift S. Alt Shift S. Windows Shift S. That's the one. I don't know where it goes on this computer, though. I'm not gonna lie. Does it go to camera roll? It doesn't go to screenshots. Where does it go? Did you try the print screen button? I did, but I don't know where it went. Where does it go? Oh, I'm looking at the wrong I'm looking at the photos on my drive, not the photos on my PC. Hold on. That worked. That worked. We're good. I was looking at the photos in my OneDrive, not on the photos on my PC. Okay, got it. Maybe downloads? Ah, dude, I don't know why it's so bad at picking the right place, but that's okay. You need the snipping tool. So the snipping tool is Windows key Shift S, but print screen, I wish print screen worked better. I ended up using the snipping tool instead because yeah, it rocks. F12 and it goes to Documents, My Games, Farm Sim 20. Wait, really? F12. Okay, I pressed it. Let's see if it worked. Documents, My Games, Farming Sim screenshots. Documents, My Games, Farming Sim screenshots. Oh, it didn't go. It's just F12? It's F12? F11? F10? Yeah, that's for Steam. I got nothing. Maybe my screenshot button doesn't work. Wait. Let's go set it back up. I want this. Controls. What would that be in, do you think? I'd love if that was built in. It's going to be at like the bottom, right? Placeable game. Oh, maybe here? Try Alt F4. That's really funny. You don't have it on Steam and it was F12. Oh, it didn't work for me. Oh, save screenshot. It's the print screen. What? It's the print screen button? Try that again. It's supposed to be print screen. It froze like it did something. Hold on. But it didn't go there. It froze like it did something, but it didn't go there. Windows L works. Doesn't that open like LinkedIn or something like that? I know Windows key Shift S. I know that one. I know the fact that we actually got Dad to do Alt F4 is really funny. Okay, wait, let's set a different key, I guess. It doesn't like print screen. Maybe print screen interferes with Windows. And so it tries to activate both at the same time, and then it doesn't work. Let's do... Holy. I think game, right? Game. Save screenshot. Let's do... the insert button, maybe. Save controls. Insert. It definitely took a screenshot. These have to go somewhere. Oh my God, I'm stupid. I did it again. No, it's probably been working this whole time. I was looking in the stupid OneDrive folder. Ah, man. Windows, why do you do this to me? Hold on. Oh, but I actually it documents games, right? Documents my games. Farmington 25. Screenshots. Oh, there's all of them. There's every single one. Okay. Okay. Putting it back to print screen. Putting it back to print screen. That's the one I think of when I do it. It's been working this whole time. I'm just illiterate when it comes to PCs, dude. Print screen. Save control. Okay. All right. Great. Well, we got one for Emmy. Listen, we got a thumbnail for Emmy. Either way, we're good to go. Virtual, you're the best. Thank you for telling me about this. Unfortunately, I'm just so terrible at existing that I didn't quite have it down, but thank you for your help. Bro, just opened a folder with a million screenshots. I honestly did. Oh my God, dude. I have been trying to take screenshots of this game for like years, and this is the first time it's ever worked properly. Thank you. You guys are great. I am a rookie streamer. You guys know this. Listen, I'm a new streamer. I'm a rookie streamer, okay? I don't know what I'm doing. I've only been doing this for a couple of years. PewDiePie's been doing it for like 100 years. I've been doing it for 3. That's basically brand new. I'm a TikToker also. I'm not supposed to be good at this. So I get a pass, I think. What did I just miss? I learned how to do screenshots for the first time like a child. Thanks for all the videos. Genuinely the most informative gaming channel out there. Oh, Spinach, thank you so much, dude. Oh my God, your name is Spinach Enjoyer? Spinach, you're not going to believe this. I'm doing a spinach farm right now. These are mushrooms. This is my side business. But I'm doing spinach right now. That's crazy. Sparx, you know the forks go with the pallet, not across. I do, however, I want to load them this way, so they're going on this way, okay? You're just going to have to accept that I'm using it wrong. The crazy part is not only am I actually forklift certified, like in real life I'm forklift certified, I am a certified forklift trainer, which means I am certified to forklift certify people. I can give you your forklift certification in the province of Alberta, at least. And I'm still using it like this. That's scary? You're telling me, dude. I can't believe they let me do that. They didn't even pay me extra for that. I just had to do that. It was more fun than the rest of my job. That's so hot. I know, right? I'm like the final boss of forklift certification, dude. It's crazy. Can you give me my forklift certification? Genuinely? In Alberta? Yes, I can. I genuinely can get you your forklift certification. Certify everyone in chat. I would have to, there's a little bit of like classroom stuff, and then there is a practical that you have to do. You would have to show up so that we could do the practical. And then, yeah, I would just submit your certification. When I drove forklift, there was no such thing as forklift certification. That's crazy. Considering where you're from, Virtual, the fact that there's no forklift certification is nuts, dude. There's certification for freaking everything over there. That's awesome. All right, there we go. Let's go sell these bad boys. Oh my God, it's so nice to be able to drive these instead of walk them over. Wait until Dad hears about this. Surely Dad's forklift certified. Not that, I mean, would he need to be forklift certified in his job? Surely he is forklift certified. We're supposed to be certified. I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I can say this now because the first business that I worked for isn't around anymore. But when I was 11, that's actually the first time I operated a forklift in a professional capacity, and I was not certified. We did not have any sort of certification at that place, but you know, you figure it out. Not that bad. Surprised me that your dad has his pilot's license. I know he doesn't talk about it much, which is a little surprising. You got it by signing a paper? No, we got to do like a whole practical thing and stuff like that. And then like to be able to certify people, we have to do like a few classroom hours sessions to be able to forklift certify other people. That was another whole process. I only had one person ever fail forklift certification where I genuinely was worried that they would hurt themselves if I certified them. Other than that, it was pretty smooth sailing. I think John's talking about that you don't know how to screenshot. Don't worry about that. And hi, KJ. How's it going? Welcome in. Thank you so much for upgrading to a tier 1 sub, by the way. I appreciate that. From a prime to a tier 1. It didn't give like a sound effect, but it gave a notification. Thank you for doing that. That's huge. I had to do 4 years of school and 8,000 hours of on-job work just to sit in my truck all day. That's how it goes, isn't it? Who employs 11-year-olds to drive forklifts? So technically the minimum age of employment here in Alberta is 12. But they didn't know I was 11 and I didn't know I had to be 11. So I worked for a year underage as an 11-year-old. Basically illegally, like technically violating child labor laws, but I'm 11, so that's not my problem. And then they found out that year, and after I had finished working for the season, they found out that year, and they're like, hey, we gotta like kind of like low-key pay you under the table for this one because we didn't know you were 11. And I was like, that's fine. And then I was 11. I was going to pay taxes. And then when I turned 12, they actually hired me back for real. For real that time, they hired me back, which was great because at 12 years old, I already had a year of experience. When companies are like looking for somebody with 10 years of experience for an entry-level job, I'm your worst nightmare because I went into my entry-level job with 10 years of experience, dude. I was the problem. I was exactly what they were looking for. Okay, I think we can send this back now. How did they know? I think when they went, so basically they needed me to file my tax documents. And at that point, that's when they found out. So I think that's probably what happened. How did they not know? I don't know. I was a good worker. Why not? Do you think it's appropriate to do silage on Kinlog? Oh, 100%. 100%. Any UK maps make a lot of sense for silage. So we can, as soon as the snow is gone, we can mix this in. All of this is good to go. We made some money. I'm gonna return this. I'm gonna sit on this money for a little bit longer just because I don't know how much it's gonna cost me to do this year. So we're gonna sit on this money for a little bit and not pay back the loan just yet. All right, let's go 9 a.m. in February. I guess times were different. They really weren't. They really weren't that different, to be totally honest with you. Chat, when do you want to do some Kerbal? Do you want to do the last hour, like the extra hour as Kerbal Space Program, or what do you guys think? That's February. We could just skip. Oh, I got subsidies for having a cover crop in February. Wait. Do I get subsidies every month that I have a cover crop? Oh. Chat, cover crops might work differently than I thought. How many bits to play that game I sent you? I have to look at that game again, see if it's something we can play on stream, Homer. I'll have to go take a look. Oh, that was pretty good. We did make some money for that.
At tier 1 for 11 months.
That's really nice. Did our score go up? Subsidy incoming. Callus, thank you for the tier 1 sub for 11 months, dude. I appreciate that. Oh, look at those scores. 91% over there. That's awesome. That's awesome. Callus, I really appreciate that. Thank you for subbing at tier 1. And thank you for being here for 11 months. 62, 62, 47. We pooped the bed on that one. Oh, it's like drained in terms of, yeah, the pH is crap. The nitrogen is empty. Yield was actually surprisingly good, but we got to get the pH up. Okay, so we can now cultivate this in. I think it's ready to go. So we need a cultivator to mix this into the soil. I don't think we can drill just on top of that. And we'll see if it fixed the nitrogen levels a little bit. Because we plant spinach this month too, right? Yes, we do. All right, let's do it. What'd you do to get it so high? I don't know. I don't know what we did. It might have been the fact that we didn't cultivate it and we ended up drilling in. So that's pretty good. But we got to cultivate it now because I don't think we can drill on top of active oilseed. So we're gonna go cultivate this and then we'll plant on top of that. I'm guessing that's where all of our big bucks came from. Yes, KSP. Okay, why don't we? What time is 3:52? Why don't we cultivate? Cultivate, and then we can maybe play some Kerbal Space Program. That'd be good. I gift you the game. I mean, what is it, like a $5 game, Homer? Nah, dude, don't even worry about it. What does the score affect? So you get paid extra. You get subsidies, basically, for keeping that score high, which is actually something that happens in real life. You get environmental subsidies from the government. So this mod basically adds that in, but they're kind of hard to get, to be honest with you. Okay, so cultivators. We have 80 horsepower. Uh-oh. $15 horsepower. This one doesn't have any stats. That's weird. 2.5 meters for 30 horsepower. That one looks bigger. Oh, it's definitely bigger. Do you think we can pull that? Do it as one big field, faster, less turning around. I mean, I could technically just cultivate it if it's one big field. I don't have to lift in between them. For 80 horsepower, that's our only bet. I mean, if we upgraded the tractor, we could do something like this, but that's a lot bigger. We're going to try this. Minneapolis Moline. We're going to try this and see if it works. It's not a very nice cultivator, but it is cheap. And we're just seeing if we can pull that. Use 2 farm sticks for console. No, unfortunately, you cannot use 2 farm sticks together for console. I hope they bring that someday, but at the moment, we cannot. First, did you like school? I actually did like school. I did really well. So when I was in like up to the 6th grade, I didn't like school, and I also didn't do very well. By the time I got to high school, I actually started doing really well, and I like school a lot more. Even actually middle school. By the time I got to middle school, I started really liking school. Before that, not really, but yeah, eventually I was pretty cool with it, honestly. I liked it. I like learning. I still like learning a lot too. I don't know if that's part of it or if that's because of it, but that's all right. Is 2 joysticks good? Dude, 2 joysticks is fantastic. Go to 4th. Go a little faster here. What grade were you when you started going to public school? The 7th grade was my first year of public school. So yeah, that private school that I went to, garbage, terrible teachers, terrible culture. I was like basically failing in the 6th grade. Then I moved to public school in the 7th grade, and I immediately started getting like honors marks. It was actually night and day between the two. Okay, so we want to end up like this. So if we just cultivate this in, we're going to do a little test. unfolded, or what's the deal here? Oh, it just takes a long time. Okay. Take her out of gear for a second. So what does that get us? 45 kilograms of nitrogen per hectare. That's not bad. We need more like 170 once the spinach goes in. But, I mean, the seeds were basically covered by the subsidy. And we are gonna save some money on nitrogen fertilizer. So that's really not too bad. Faster in second or third? Be faster in third. If we go low, that puts us way lower. We're a low RPM, but we are a little bit faster in third, which is what we're going for. Oh, the animation on that looks great, dude. No reverse anymore? There we go. That was weird. Okay. And then, yeah, we just go all the way across here. I think if we start with the headlands, I know it's a little goofy to start with the headlands, but it's going to give me the room I need to maneuver here. And then we can turn around on each end and just go straight across. And we'll just rip right through it for these splits between the field. That's totally okay. Yeah, that's good. Okay. Where'd you find the Ford tractor? Just in the mod hub, actually. 7th, so junior high. Yeah, we call it junior high here. I've been calling it middle school, so the Americans know what we're talking about. Because I don't know, do they use the term junior high outside of Canada? Or where do you guys use junior high for middle school? Whenever I would say junior high, people didn't know what I was talking about. And then even in Canada, junior high starts in, I think, the 6th grade or something like that in some places. I don't know. It's a little weird. Or high school starts in the 9th. I don't know. There's some weird habits for that. Thank you for the follow, Brian. I appreciate that. Welcome in. Welcome in. Oh, we could go all the way to the edge here too. All the way to the other side. We normally don't use that term. What do you guys call it? 7th is junior high in the US. Junior high, stop the yap. Year 1 through 11 to 13 is better. Is that better, JP? Was that an easier way to do it? You guys like to say grade 12? What do you guys say? Yeah, grade 12. Wait, what's the alternative? Oh, I guess some places say year 12. I say middle school. I'm Canadian. Oh, see, I only started saying that when I started streaming because I got so many questions. I had to naturally switch. It's like a soda. I never said soda before I started streaming. Now I say soda more than pop because if I say pop, all the Americans are like, what the hell is pop? What are you talking about? I have to be like, oh, it's soda. What we call soda in Canada. I should just lean into it. You know what? I'm going to go back to my Canadian lingo. I miss it. I gotta stop. I gotta stop catering to the Americans in chat. I'm gonna start using Canadian lingo, and you guys are gonna have to figure it out. All right, David, thank you for the follow. Oops, David, thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate that. I say pop. I'm from Illinois. Yeah, I think the Midwesterners have a lot of similarities to Canadian lingo as well. Freshman, sophomore, junior, senior. Oh yeah, we don't say those around here. That's like classic American TV kind of thing. Unlock. That should get to the right place. 7th to 9th is called high school here. What do you have after that? You're from Illinois? I don't know. Is that the Midwest? I don't even know where Illinois is, dude. It's like near the top. It's like on the north end, right? In Ireland, we call it secondary school, like ages from 12 to 18 or 19. Secondary school. Where is this? In Ireland, secondary school. You know what? I have heard it referred to as secondary school before too. Yeah. I think I might do these two fields together because they're easy to turn around on. And then I'll do the other three. Actually, you know what I could do? Northeastern Midwest, basically. Northeastern Midwest. Illinois. Oh! Like Chicago. So like on the lakes, right? Okay, no, I do know where Illinois is. I could point to Illinois on a map. What's this map called? This is called Nadenthal. It's a Canadian map. Then I'm gonna do. I know this pattern doesn't make any sense right now, but I swear to God, it will make sense. I just need to. I need to clean up these headlines a little bit. So I've got some room, and then this pattern is gonna make sense. We say college, other countries say university. Oh, that's because here college and university are two separate things. I don't know where you're from, but college and university are genuinely two different establishments here. So a university, college is like trades here. Whereas university is like, well, not trades. I don't know what you call that. Academic stuff instead. There's one teacher that anytime he came into the toilet, he looks over your shoulder. No joke. What? At the toilet? Like at the urinals? That guy should probably be fired. That's a little concerning. Sometimes schools are called senior secondary. Some school, senior secondary. That would be like a high school. We have post-secondary. Post-secondary is like our broad term for any schooling outside of high school. So we do kind of use primary and secondary schools as terms, but not really. We would say elementary school, not primary school. We'd say elementary school, junior high, high school, which is weird because we say junior high, but we don't say senior high. We mix them, and then we say post-secondary for university. Man, I'm just realizing how inconsistent our terminology is here. For schooling, yeah, it's elementary school, elementary school, junior high, high school, post-secondary. That's crazy. We literally picked like 4 different systems for each one here. That's nuts, dude. What's he talking to chat on? Twitch. Sorry, I am responding to both chats, but the messages tend to come in a little faster on Twitch, so I grab a lot from there. If you're seeing messages you don't recognize, they're just coming from Twitch. No worries. In Quebec, we don't have middle school. What do you have? Or is it just combined? UK has colleges and university. You go to college to say study basic law, but go to university to get your full law degree. Oh, I wonder if that would be similar to here. Colleges here, like if somebody says they went to college in Alberta, they're usually talking about a trade of some sort. You get trade schools. Another teacher was caught smoking in the bathroom and showed up to school intoxicated. Well, that's how it goes. Those are the awesome teachers. In Nova Scotia, we got all of it. Nova Scotia, I bet your guys' terms are wild. I bet they're wild. See, we're not even consistent across Canada, to be fair. Like, it's different depending on where you are here, too. Middle school is 6 and 7. That's it? That's weird. Is that a bus driver that was driving the bus under the influence? Yeah, that sounds like something that would happen here as well. Okay, how far off do I have to be? Probably about there, right? Do you always plow in this pattern? No, I'm going crazy. I'm losing my mind is what's happening. No, this is just this pattern is going to be a little more efficient to do what I'm about to do. So I just need half the headlands done, basically. I know this looks a little silly, but I just need half the headlands done. Technically, as long as you're not traveling without plowing, you're being efficient. This may look a little bit silly, but it's gonna make sense. Possibly never. Actually, this may never make sense. Never mind. I was gonna say this will make sense in a minute, but it may never make sense. And now we're just gonna do the rows on this one. I swear this is efficient. This is very high level geometry. You guys wouldn't get it. Don't worry about it. Per K to, pre 6 to K, then 7 to 9, then 10 to 12. Okay. Oh, 7 to 9. Yeah, that's right. That's right. Eastern Canada, you guys do you 9th grade in high school or not? I can't remember what it is. 9th grade isn't high school. Okay, gotcha. I gotcha. I was wondering if I was playing wrong. No. See, here's the thing. People like to get real up in arms about what the proper pattern to plow is. The gist of it is, as long as you're not spending a lot of time turning, and as long as you're not doing a lot of travel without plowing, you're plowing efficiently. It doesn't matter. There is something to be said about driving over stuff that you've already plowed. So technically, I should have done this same pattern, starting with the inside first and then finished with the headlands. But there's even some debate as to whether or not you should plow your headlands first or not. So I don't even know if there's a right way. Typically, I do the inside first. I'm going a little bit backwards because we've got oilseed here. So it's easier for me to start from the outside and work in. We have one-room schoolhouses in Nebraska. They are not circling the... What? When we're not circling the wagons? Bannon, what does that mean? Actually, I don't want to know. It sounds like it might be offensive. I don't want to know. How much money are you at? 16,000. We're rolling in cash right now, dude. This is going to be a wicked planting season, to be honest with you. And now we're going 14. We're going faster somehow. What's this tractor based off of? It's not based off of anything. It's a Ford 6600. There you go. Beautiful, beautiful tractor, dude. Yeah, we've got kindergarten. So we have preschool and kindergarten, and then the 1 to 12. We don't have a 13th grade. I think the UK, they've got like a 13th grade or something like that. Is that true? Don't you guys have something funky, or isn't it optional, or it just doesn't say Ford, I guess? What are you talking about? It says Ford right there. Look at this. What do you mean? It says Ford right there. And it says Ford right there. And it says Ford right there. It says Ford all over the place. Although if you get this on console, I think it is Lizard branded, because I don't know if the branding can be on console. Oh yeah, on console it's Lizard. You're right. You're right. It is a Lizard brand on console if you're looking for it. But it is a Ford, you know. What map are you playing on? Nadenthal. We're playing in Manitoba, Canada. It's a very good map so far. We've got a really good playthrough so far. Now we're farming a lot of land. Like just today, we went from farming a couple, like we've more than doubled. We went from farming this field to the one behind us, and we more than doubled it just this stream. We got a tractor. I think we're gonna start progressing real quick now. I'm looking forward to it. We're gonna keep running this kind of like old equipment for a bit, I think. Well, we're gonna do some testing in the next, probably in the next stream. Once we harvest this, what do you call it? Spinach? We're gonna do a little bit of testing in here. You can plant grass for the cover crop, another income than oilseed radish. See, oilseed radish actually gives you something though. It covers your fertilizer. Whereas grass you can do, and you can get a cut of grass. Actually, we may not get a cut of grass. No, we would get a full cut of grass doing spinach. But it would probably impact our environmental score, and you'd have to fertilize it and stuff like that. So it would be a little bit expensive. You'd make it back in silage though, I'm sure. But this cover crop is kind of nice because it's super low maintenance. We just drill it into the spinach stubble. It gives us a bunch of fertilizer, and then it increases our environmental score as well. So it's kind of nice to have. Most of the time, me and a couple of friends leave school after roll call and go fishing when everyone was on the way to first class. I did that a few times. I probably shouldn't have. Oh, I got off my line. I probably shouldn't have, but I was bad for skipping classes sometimes. I basically had a physics class that was so bad that everybody switched out. I didn't switch out, but by the time I tried, I'm going to use the road here briefly. There's no cars. By the time I tried, they wouldn't let anyone else switch out, so I just didn't go. Like, I just stopped going to this class instead. I got suspended at the end of the year for doing that, but I didn't go to the suspension. And because it was the second semester of the last year, I never got any sort of reprimand for that because it was my 12th year. And I got like a suspension just before finals. So I just came in and wrote my finals and that was it. I didn't go to the suspension. And that was it. I was good. Mr. Eggs and Bacon, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome in. Took me a minute on that one. But welcome in. Appreciate the follow, dude. But go to your classes. Go to your class. Don't take after me in that case. I would have been smarter. I would have been better at Kerbal Space Program if I went to physics class. Even though that teacher was awful, dude. You'd sneak out at lunch? Did you have to sneak out? We just walk out the front door. We would get in trouble for it, but like, they didn't stop you from doing it. Surprised it doesn't collect the crop, it just kind of disappears. Well, this isn't collecting a crop, right? This is mashing it back into the soil. This is oilseed radish. Ooh, I don't want to do that. I don't want to go all the way to the other side. I'm gonna do it this time, but I'm gonna do full turns. I think this one can actually turn without having to do a 3-point anyways. Like here anyways. Okay. Was I Billy Badass? No. I was in band class. You think I was Billy Badass, Nathan? I was in band. I played the flute. I was a flautist. You can't be Billy Badass and be a flautist, dude. I actually played the bass clarinet more than I played the flute, but I still played the flute. Oh, sorry. Yeah, no, you get it right. You get it right. Put some respect on my flute career. Bass clarinet was better. I actually started with the oboe. Hated it. Worst instrument on the planet. Then I moved to flute. Played that for a couple of years. And then I moved to bass clarinet because my friend was playing bass clarinet. And that was the most fun I ever had in band. Bass clarinet was awesome, dude. Your wife plays the flute? Yeah, I think I was like the only dude playing the flute. Oh, there was one other dude. That's right, who played the flute. That was definitely... The girls played that instrument, but... You know, it was cool. I was like Ron Burgundy, the jazz flute. I had to drop for a while. I didn't traffic fines yet. No, not yet. I also played the trumpet. And I have played the piano. How old am I? I'm 24. I'm 28. Not 24. I'm 28. So I have played the piano for about 23 years now. That one I kept going the entire time. Dennis, thank you for the hydrate, dude. I got you. You played the clarinet. Clarinet was kind of cool. I kind of played all the instruments that I wanted to play. Trumpet was fun for a little bit. I played jazz trumpet for a little bit. Anything else? Other instruments. I think that was it that I played. Trombone. I always wanted to play trombone. That would look like fun, actually. I would do trombone again. Oh, I missed a little bit. I'll have to go back for it next time. That's all right. You play bari sax? Hell yeah, dude. That's awesome. Oh, the bassoon would have been cool, but I was so annoyed at double reed after the oboe that I wasn't going to go play a bassoon. I could go the rest of my life without ever playing any double reeds ever again. That crap sucks. J-Mock, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Welcome in. French horn? You played the French horn? No way. Dude, that's sick. That's sick. The French horn is quite widely accepted to be one of the most difficult instruments to play. For those that aren't in the loop, the French horn is the most difficult instrument to play in a wind band. The most difficult to play well. You can get it to make some noise, but to play it well, there's some skill to it, dude. I played the tuba. Yep, the tuba. We also had a euphonium and a stand-up bass in the band that I was in. The stand-up bass was sick. That would have been a fun one too. I don't have any experience doing it, but piano stream when? It's out there. There's clips of me playing the piano for stream. I'm not working on any pieces right now. I got to get to it and put something new together. I've just been playing the same stuff. Oh, I was working on something. I did a Halo piece not too long ago that I'm still tinkering with. I work so slowly when I do new pieces though. I don't spend a lot of time per week on them. My music teacher used to make us stick our gum to the top of our nose if she caught us chewing gum. How are you chewing gum in band? How did you even do that? That's gross. What do you mean? Explosive. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, by the way. Appreciate that too. I only go to agriculture science and go home and farm for the rest. Oh, he's dedicated. That's crazy. You played the kazoo? Oh, we did you know what else we did? We did the The recorders, that was like the first one in in elementary school. We did the recorders, and I also played the handbells. This was like an optional thing. There was like an optional band style class where we played the handbells, and you get 1 or 2 bells, and everybody had a different note or 2 notes, and then you would just play it when it got to your point in the song. It sounded kind of cool. It was a good way to teach kids to play like in an ensemble. Like it was a lot of fun. Recorder was level 1. Yeah, recorder was like the very first thing. Well, we started with the glockenspiels, and then shortly after glockenspiels, then we went to recorders, and I think it was like recorders until band class in middle school, and that was when we got the cool stuff. Have you ever wondered why most kids get forced to play those goofy recorders? No, it makes sense. Like, as somebody who's got a lot of background in music, giving kids a recorder makes a lot of sense, because once you learn music theory that way, they typically kind of teach you to play in an ensemble, and they teach you to play a wind instrument, which is kind of an unnatural process when you start. It makes perfect sense that they make kids play the recorder. I like it. I'm glad that we teach kids music, because it's important. And I think a lot of people kind of discover how much they like music in that process. Some people play the recorder and they go, oh, this is dumb, and they never do any more music, and that's totally fine. But a lot of people like really find that they like it at that point. Hi, Talon, how's it going? Tried violin, but the wires made my hands uncomfortable, and I had sword fight with the long sticks. Okay, you're that's horrible. No, I also don't love string instruments. They hurt my fingers as well. Now I burnt off all the tips of my fingers, so I can it'd probably be a lot better at guitar or bass now than I was. But I also hated learning guitar for that reason. Looks like you're gonna have to hire some kids to pick up all the stones in those fields. Yeah, me. It's gonna be me, Jeff. Jeff, thank you for the follow on Twitch as well. I appreciate that. You just played random notes on your recorder? You didn't even bother learning the notes? Nathan. That's horrifying, dude. Crooked and Jimmy, thanks for the follows and the shares on TikTok. Appreciate that. Yeah, I think everyone did the recorder in elementary. I wish I kept mine. That would have been great. Hot cross buns. Yeah, hot cross buns was always like the first one, dude. I think when on the recorder, I think the first song that I taught myself was Concerning Hobbits from Lord of the Rings. And then I realized that I could actually just listen to music and then play it back on an instrument. So I did that a lot on the recorder, and then I was set from there. I started doing that on the piano, and then by the time I hit band class, it didn't matter what instrument it was. That was good. You never did chorus? What's chorus? Like singing? No, I shouldn't sing. Yeah, if I sang, it would be very out of tune. We did Twinkle Twinkle Little Star, yeah. Oh, the other guy who's just playing random notes. No, too hard. Learning acoustic guitar? Yeah, I would have liked to learn guitar, and I still could. I've got no excuse now. I still could learn guitar. Oh, look how bad my line has got. That's so funny. But yeah, I think I'm happy with the piano now. I have a musical ear. I don't know if I learned that though, or if that was natural. I don't think it was natural. I think it just started piano really young. So by the time that we were doing recorders in school, I already had like a few years of music experience. I don't know how natural that was. You played piano your whole life? Yeah, like I started like 6 years old or something like that, so as long as I can remember. But I never liked the classical stuff. I never took my exams. I didn't like the sound of classical music. It's okay now. I still think it sounds very simple. I liked teaching myself songs and then just playing those. And so I never like did my Royal Conservatory or anything like that. Just played. It was good. I liked it like that. It was more fun like that rather than having to learn something that I didn't want to do. It's more fun to just do it for fun, you know? Do you use joysticks with a Logitech wheel on console? On PC and console, actually. Yeah. Yes, you can. It's actually worse for me to combine the fields into one big one. So I know that your gut tells you to combine all the fields into one big fields. But the reason that is bad right now is if I don't combine the fields, I can have AI work all of the separate fields rather than having to wait for them to take 4 hours to work one. I can still work them all as one field because I'm a real person, and so that doesn't matter to me. But the AI can work each field individually if I do it like that. That's going to be important when we get to spinach harvest, and we have to babysit the AI to harvest the spinach, because we'll have to do it by hand, and that's going to be a long process. So I want to be able to split these fields up the way we are right now. It was oxygen we learned on the keyboard. The only time I've ever heard it was the grab machines in the arcade. What's oxygen? I don't even know what that is. Currently on Iowa plains, planting in September, planting wheat. What a time to be alive. You have a low bar for it being a time to be alive, but I agree with you. Will we have another giveaway stream? I just do giveaway streams when companies reach out and give me codes to give away. I don't know. We're gonna do at least one copy. Like, I'm gonna buy a spare copy of Forza Horizon to give away on any platform. We'll just figure it out. And then if we get any extra copies, I'll give those away too. I don't know what. So sometimes companies just like email me and they're like, here's 10 codes to give away. And so I do a giveaway stream. That's a blast. Is there a way to turn off auto centering on the G920 on Xbox? No. Some people say you can unplug it from the wall and some wheels will still work. So the force feedback will turn off, but the wheel will still input. But auto centering is good, dude. That's a nice thing to have. I like auto centering personally. You're still doing harvesting by hand? Yeah, we'll need to. Well, you know what? Do we still need to harvest by hand? It's kind of convenient that we get it in bins that we can leave on the field if we harvest by hand. We're kind of at that point now where we can harvest with the big machine. But that's still 25,000 bucks that we have to pay and we don't get to keep. Nah, 25 grand is still a significant amount of money for us. I think we do one more harvesting by hand and then pay off our loan maybe. And then once we buy a field that's like that size, then we'll start harvesting. We'll start harvesting with a machine instead. I know the machine is just so crazy expensive, right? It's 25,000 bucks a season to rent. It's $500,000 to buy. It's just, there's no good progress. I would like a pull behind harvester or something like that, but there's a good mod, an old harvester for cheap on Mod Hub. I saw one that allowed conventional combines to do it. It's a little too cheaty for my taste. You could not have a conventional combine harvest spinach. So I'm not gonna go with that one, but I did see that it was technically possible to do. Is your goal to have a big American farm? A big Canadian farm is the goal, yes. And I want to keep using equipment like this older, like kind of pushing equipment to its limits. So rather than getting big new John Deere 9RXs, I want to run the older stuff for a while. So kind of the next natural, let me take this out of gear real quick. Kind of the next natural progression in the game for us. Oh my God, is this on sale right now for the amount of money that we have right now? Are you kidding me? Dude. That would be kind of sick. Oh, man. And I could put... What kind of attachments does it do? I have to go in here. Is it not an... Oh, is it trucks, probably? Huh. Oh. Whoa. That would be kind of nice for the spinach, to be honest with you. It fits the vibe. Yeah, it definitely fits the vibe. You know what, though? It's so cheap. It's so cheap. Regular price, I don't think we have to worry about it. We got this one as well. What can this one do? This is attachments as well? Yeah, this one's also attachments. And that one could go up to 22K. It can do spinach on this one as well. I'd probably get that one. Because it's actually cheaper. And it holds more. That might be the move. We're not quite at that point where that makes sense for us to buy yet, but We'll get there. Arnie and Linux, thanks for the follows on TikTok, guys. I appreciate that. It's going to be the perfect amount of time, too. For some reason, the shifter doesn't shift into first unless I use the keyboard, but other than that, the shifter works. You could work around that, Tor. If you're... Well, you said keyboard, so I'm assuming you're on PC. There is a workaround for that. You use Joy 2 key to set up a keyboard key that you don't use so that the shifter registers that keyboard key and automatically puts it into first. It should work properly at that point. That was actually going to be my workaround for the shifter. If we couldn't get it to work, was use Joy 2 keys. So you could do that. Creepy Horseman said you were farming by hand and had to come check you out. Well, thank you, Jeff. I appreciate that. We love Creepy Horseman around here. And yeah, we started by farming by hand. We're still definitely doing some stuff by hand, but this tractor that we bought today, this is going to give us a lot of new fancy abilities here. A real spinach harvester? We looked, John, we looked on the mod hub. We didn't see one in there. If it's a third-party mod, I'm not doing it. If they can get it on the mod hub, I'll grab it. But if it's a third-party mod, I'm not doing it. But we looked on the mod hub and it wasn't there. Unless we missed it, but we couldn't find anything to do spinach. The one we found was like the same price as the regular spinach harvester, so we didn't bother. It's all mod hub. Okay, hold on. Let's go check. I'd love to find something like that. That would make this playthrough a lot more interesting if we could find something like that to do a regular harvester. See where it's at. Drell, thanks for that follow on Twitch. Dude, I appreciate that. And we are done cultivating. There we go. Okay. Take this back home. Feed's a little rough and forth with that one. Were the radishes just cover crop? Yeah, oilseed radish is just a cover crop we mix in, and it helps our nitrogen. So now our nitrogen should be looking a little bit better. We're going to lime next. So small improvement, put us around, yeah, about 20 to 40, depending on where the radish went in. So definitely not bad. It's still going to need some fertilizer, but it'll use less fertilizer now, which is nice. And then we're also going to have to bring that pH up. So the pH is really rough here. It's not bad here, but that's okay because the lime spreader will manage that. And then we'll see if we can finally fix this nasty crosshatch that we've got going on here. That was from the hand tools, but they don't really register on the map properly. So just going to bring this over to the shop, and I'm going to rent the lime thing so I can remember what we're doing. That's a 5,000. That's a 6,600. Hi, Hans. How's it going? Hello from North Alabama. Hello from Canada. Okay. I missed a spot. Oh, I didn't. I get it later. No worries. All right. And then we'll send that back. And now we need some sort of lime spreader, but I'm a little worried. Oh, stalled it. I'm a little worried that there isn't one. This will do lime. 5,000 liters or 500 liters of lime. Oof. 500 liters of lime is not much. But you know what? Could be worse. What is this? Oh, here's another one. Oh, that's kind of nice. 21 meters. We could run that. 700 liters of lime. $200. We may as well extend it. Gotta make sure I can hold it without needing a weight. I can. We can modify this tractor to put a weight if we need to. The reverse is still a little funky. Wait, if I turn off that direction change button, do you think the reverse will work properly? Oh, wait. Maybe that's how we fix it. Yes, we're gonna look at the mod hub. Direction change. Direction change. I think it's general. Direction change automatic. So now we go first, second, third, fourth. Nah, that didn't fix it. I was hoping that would work, but that did not go. Okay. We did look at the used equipment. There was one that was close, but not quite what we needed. So I guess back to manual. Okay, it's a little silly, but that's okay.